a different start to the lifestyle of the game. We have two Anjis showing up on screen who really exemplify a lot of that intense mixed gameplay that comes up with Leo. Recently, in the past year or so, has shown up to be one of the stronger characters in the game as well.
Absolutely. As you can see already, being a testy dance partner there, is able to find the overhead, get things through straight to the corner, forces out the burst, is able to control the space pretty well here. And burst for momentum.
Yeah, we have heyallnorahere and Bronsua, the Anji mirror. Okay, we got the throw into the corner, blocks the overhead, but we're going to return back to this stable pressure game, gets the anti-air. We're going to be able to go through the wall. It's whether or not the super's going to kill him. It's looking mighty close here.
Absolutely should be enough between the damage of the overdrive plus the guaranteed damage on the shatter. Able to do more than enough to be able to secure ourselves the round. Now, Bronsua, even though we're a little bit behind, still ahead on the burst economy here, using a bit of that to try and push block out, but still gets connected on.
Yeah, Anji, a character that's been so good at moving forward with their mix-up options, gets the block against the Kachafugetsu and returns to the center stage, but Nora is still really pushing through and getting these mixes going.
Found that close slash on the counter punch there. Taps the FD as we try to break a bit. Throw doesn't work the first time, but the secondary incident does come through, as well as stealing the turn with the fans, but the hesitation gets IED'd on.
Okay, we're pulling back. There's the burst bait. We're trying to get through unscathed, and Bronsua uses it.
Aboii overhead is dealt with there, but we FD push out. No attempt at a punish with the back throw coming through in the end. Very, very nice follow-up. A good way to be able to get out of game one here.
I was in stereo there at the end. The double spin to pull it out. Nora coming with the clutch throw, showing off a little bit of proficiency here in the mirror. Bronsua yet to find an answer, but Nora putting through a pretty strong offensive force against them.
Absolutely showing out in all the right ways. We'll see if we can keep more of that momentum, though. I mean, the mirror match, obviously one of the hallmark things about Guilty Gear is most characters in this game are not very good at dealing with their own brand of BS, which makes a lot of sense when you think about Anji as well. I mean, how is he really dealing with Twirl other than trying to, you know, I guess be aggressive with it himself or just position out of the way of it?
I mean, it's Guilty Gear. Every character's BS and the mirror sucks. That's just the way, that's just the nature of the beast. Oh, there's the double Fujin there. Gets the counter and anti-air and able to pick it up. Nora puts another round on the board.
Yep, definitely loving the double close slash. Able to get the full damage on that one. Twirl right away to be able to slide on through the aggressive round start option, as well as the delayed low off the Fujin. I'm loving all of these offensive choices. That's another positive bonus here for Nora.
Yeah, Nora's been very good at mixing up their options. We saw this interaction there before. The Bronsua pulls forward, but the poke outs. Oh gosh, Annie, go get your gun. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, ended up missing out on the first interaction there. Does slide through and uses the fish for the knockdown. Low connects, and we have to burst the fireball.
Saw that 2D quick RC there on Nora for an Aboii situation. Throw into the corner. ODG not enough to kill. We're still keeping Bronsua against the corner. The poke out. Oh, the gold burst. It's my round, and I need it now.
Still has meter, is definitely going to live this interaction now. Plenty of time in the throw. I definitely appreciate the idea there, but you got to be a little more careful when your opponent has that many resources to blow. It makes them feel like they, especially with a round to give in 100 meter, you're going to take a risk of some kind. It's just up to you as the offensive player there to kind of, I guess, put it all on black or red, right? You got to be correct in that moment. It's so difficult to deal with.
Yeah, this is a game with heavy risk but heavy reward, and Nora's just doing so good at hedging their bets so far.
See if we can keep that same energy, keep that momentum right now. Using the twirl, takes that step backwards. Fan almost steals the turn, but we were touched too far away. Nora ends up spending the burst in not too offensive of a situation just to make sure we get to stay in neutral.
Yeah, both these players sort of interacting around spin a little more uniquely between the two.
Good idea there. 2P ends up getting the trade. Fujin continues to harass and connect in all the right places, but again, an IED back wins the day. Actually gets the burst for Bronsua, but I love this to keep momentum.
Oh yeah, we had 100% tension. We want to leverage this into the positive meter bonus and hopefully a kill incoming. Trying to move through the Kacho Fugetsu, but Nora on the offensive here gets around the throw attempt.
100 meter, of course, we're going to spend some here. So 50 meter after the hard knockdown has positive bonus. 100 meter on the other side. Fireworks about to fly, but Nora plays really passively there. Maybe gives away too much respect.
Yeah, coming through that quick dust. Bronsua pulling up on top their first round of the set, I believe. Yeah, we don't want none of that. Nagiha doesn't push back as far, but still at -7. Very difficult to punish for a lot of characters.
Foils the fireball, but didn't get all the way through it there. Really unfortunate. Ends up having to deal with a little bit of a high-low there in terms of projectiles, and the high-low for real in the overhead.
Yeah, Nora's been pretty liberal with their usage of Kacho Fugetsu, and Bronsua finally calling it out rather than going for a safe option in that instance.
Was nice. Deflect shield to buy room. Tries to get aggressive afterwards. 2K, 2D. Finds the mark and taps the dust as well. Gets their first round of the set. Strings 2 together for the game. And Bronsua, all of a sudden, we're in this.
Yeah, I think we took a few rounds to warm up here, but now Bronsua is showing their full colors. We'll have to see if Nora has a response to answer back. But right now, I think there's just a more measured usage of the spin coming out from Bronsua that's pushing through and maybe mixing up the way Nora wants to approach in the neutral.
Yeah, other than the early scenarios where like nearing round start, Nora definitely is getting less mileage out of it and is finding themselves in compromised positions a little bit more. We'll see, like you said, and just pointed out there, comes through right away and actually forces a gold burst.
Shit coming out, great 6P. There's the counter. We're going to be able to get the combo. Unfortunate drop from Bronsua. And there's the spin response. We got to eat the fish, though.
The knockdown secures the throw. Ends up going with the empty jump low. Hops on in for the super once again. Still alive, but not a good situation.
Hefty damage. I believe it was a 3-hit stick there, but we're able to come on back. The shin coming down. Oh, but... Oh, I was expecting a throw there. The 2K almost got eaten by the spin, but Nora letting go of it gets the counter hit. Bronsua puts another round and a quick burst coming out here.
ID back is definitely good. Uses the twirl to actually beat the overhead attempt there. I mean, that's something we've been seeing a ton throughout the set. So finally starting to deal with that. As we pointed out, Bronsua has been so aggressive with the overhead attempts. Now, a hard knockdown. What can we get from it?
So building up a little bit of burst back despite spending it earlier this round. Not going to be able to get to a full gauge, but they're just about even here in this possible last round. Nora here on set point.
Wow, and right off the rip is able to get the max distance poke. The tip of the sandals find their mark, and that is 50% of your life and a positive bonus now for Nora.
This is such a big momentum swing. Getting the PRC means that the spin didn't proc there. Okay. Oh. I admire the decision.
I like the idea. The confidence is good, but unfortunately didn't quite work out. Jumps over the overhead again, but still is able to find some kind of solace afterwards. But we gotta block high.
Oh, there's a big counter hit. We have 50% tension. I'm not sure we're even able to get to the corner. Kacho Fugetsu. RC on the back end. If we get through the wall, this has to be a kill. Doesn't even need it.
Recognized we weren't quite to the wall, so I was able to go into the close slash into the Ko. Very, very smart to be able to control the pace and control your damage all the way through. 2-2. This was looking over until game 3. Bronsua didn't have a round yet.
Yeah, this is a complete reversal of momentum. Though the last game was 1 round apiece until the last one, but even still, there's some fight coming in from both these players. What a way to kick off the night.
Yeah, for a match 1, like what is going on? Already tries to go for the Fujin, but it's a great whiff punish. And again, Nora's going to spend that burst incredibly aggressively, but it does net a throw, a knockdown, a potential for mix, and the opponent's burst off the table too.
Gets a bit of a punish there, not quite a punish, but pokes through. the knockdown on the overhead. 50% tension. We're baiting. There's the Nagiha there.
Oh, had the right idea with Ko. Was a touch misspace though. Doesn't believe in the blue beat, and unfortunately he's gonna get close slash for the trouble. The side swap comes through for Bronsua.
I wasn't sure if I was actually gonna make it to the wall. Spins through the charge Fujin. Doesn't get a punish off of it. Is able to go through. There's the tick throw situation. Blocks it. -7. Gets the poke out. Doesn't combo, but still the surprise overhead.
This actually could do it straight away. They both commit. Unfortunately here, the same brain cell goes in favor of Nora, and the overhead connects again. 50% of your life in such a hurry. Bronsua having to punch off the ropes a bit, but does manage to get a little bit of room, which should be able to convert into something, but no. Back to the corner.
Goes for the quick low. ID back. JK baits the burst with the RC. Gonna be able to put them in a struggling position here, but we're poking out. And the reactionary throw punish on the hop gets last round here.
Yeah, the hop commitment put us in such an awkward spot. The flex shield entices a whiff. Able to get decent damage off the interaction. Overhead connects again, and we keep it rolling. Honestly, do it again.
Oh, we saw the little flash of the overhead. That was so cute. Oh my gosh. Chad, I got hit.
Maybe one more situation here. Dashes up for the super aggressive throw. It's another one of those moments. I love the idea, but unfortunately the execution doesn't quite catch up to the brilliance of the idea. And Nora is going to be able to get away with that one for the player. So definitely make sure you check it out if you can.
Yeah, while you have some time to go to the match arena, we have two characters that got a bit of a nudge up in the recent patch. Elphelt, definitely one of the winners of the patch. She got a lot of great buffs. Testament got a notable one as well, the throw actually popping the stain state. We'll have to see how these players mix around with these new options on board. Right now, Astaroth having a bit of an issue trying to get in.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the issues I feel like most players have going into the Testament matchup here. Obviously, this character is a brick wall. They have great fireballs, good mix-up from full screen. Movement is crazy with the teleports, and even with the nerf to the normal, still one of the best 6Ps in the game. As you can see, no chance to even get across the screen here, just drowning in projectiles.
Yeah, and Elphelt, not really a character that does very well on the approach in long-range matchups. She has her Miss Charlotte projectiles, but they're quite slow, and they don't track super well if you have an active defense while you're going up against Elphelt.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, I mean, like I mentioned, Testament has a lot of Testament players have been doing better and better about using that teleport. So if you get too lazy with your projectile game, they're able to just teleport across, get you into very awkward high-low situations. But I love this momentum burst to keep the corner here, get as much damage as you can, potentially get that vest strapped on. But no, back to the mid-screen, more damage.
Yeah, Elphelt character, we might be able to get it. I don't know if that was super or not coming out. The 5H to break the wall. We have the BRC. There's Calamity 1 and an RC on backup. Dndevi takes the first game. Yeah, and we saw the momentum coming up from Astaroth, but unfortunate interaction in the end.
I was to say it's very, very tough. It's also funny to see this character with as devastating as a mix-up as they have the Astaroth name too. So that's I feel like that works out. That's also a character you don't want to see. You don't want to have to be blocking against. So I like it.
They took away her command grab though.
True.
It's a hit now. Granted, it's significantly better. People actually use it now, but they took it away. Charlotte coming out. Great usage of the held on Holy Diver. Dndevi has a pretty solid read on how Astaroth is really trying to approach.
Yeah, max distance pokes. Putting in the mileage here, closing the distance a little bit at a time, but max distance, we're able to find the connection. Nice block on the cross-up, though.
Able to get that hard knockdown. Bit of a safe jump looking setup. Right into the Rekka series blocks the overhead and below.
Oh no.
Safe setup, steals the corner. Aggressive burst. Dndevi wants to keep this. Has 100% tension to back them up.
CRC, and yeah, absolutely able to set up for the high-low there while the Succubus are going in. And now with the Stain State, a little bit of extra credit here, potential for a teleport, but instead we're just going to try and apply the state again and keep it aggressive.
There's the burst coming out. Astaroth, no meter to their name, and anti-air Calamity 1. I mean, you have the RC on backup, but holy cow.
Definitely not what I was expecting to see, but a welcomed addition, gets the trade with the 6P there.
There's the teleport, yeah. They keep making teleport better, and it's actually a really strong move now, I have to say.
Yes, absolutely.
Calamity 1? What's coming out? I swear, this is the highest hit rate for Testament Reversal Super that I've seen in a while.
Oh no, and tries to close the distance there, using that burst movement to try and make a move, but unfortunately it's just a touch short and just gets immediately punished for the trouble here. Testament continues to roll. Dndevi might be able to put this one away. It's just been a struggle to close the distance. I feel like Astaroth is doing well enough when the offense is actually able to be applied, but it's just such a big if we're able to actually make it to the point where it matters.
Yeah, and the way that they changed Elphelt in the patch is she's a lot stickier, especially with the way that the hard knockdown works off of the Rekka finisher, the H finisher. It just lets her stay in so much better. And it's only -5 too.
Especially with being able to break the wall, you know, with the new the changed up super there, so being able to apply pressure after the wall breaks, you're gonna get a ton of momentum. It's just, again, seeing if you can stay there. So all of this damage into the corner, gets the wall break, but we're gonna have to play neutral again. 50 meter for the Testament, and we just swing straight away.
Yeah, but with positive meter bonus, we might be able to make a bit of a Hail Mary situation. Uses the Brattle Express to get in. This is the throw reversal, puts them in the corner. Now Dndevi is going to be able to, unfortunately, drop their finish.
Oh, the far slash gets the full damage. Burst late, gonna try and be a hero on this one. Almost closes the distance. The Upwards Grave Reaper still finds the mark and trades with the charged fireball. Oh, a heartbreaker.
Yeah, these ground grave diggers have been so good at just stifling Astaroth's movement, whether it's a simple dash in or a 2H approach, Bridal Express. They've been really just having a hard time trying to get close enough for their buttons to even matter. There's a far slash though. Instant shot response.
Nancy applied back into the mix up here. Not being able to do much about this pressure, it seems. Chucks out the fireball once again and uses the teleport to be able to reposition out of trouble, as well as just jumping out of the pressure.
Oh, there's the 2H getting around the 6H from Testament. We're going through the corner. There's the bomb jacket in play here. Let's see how we're going to defend against this.
Oh no.
Does that get the hard knockdown?
Yes, it does. It is technically damage from a super. It's such an awkward situation to have to deal with here. And now back to the wall. Use the teleport to actually have some room to play now.
Bridal Express almost going through. Okay, he's tiny chip damage. Oh, the far slash trades. That's a run on the board for Astaroth.
Okay.
Back to the corner. Ooh, great 2H coming out, picking their moments very well in that instance.
2H just continues to be a money normal in these moments. Keeping the pressure going, was generating a ton of chip as well as risk gauge here. Shimmies out and baits out the 2K. It's going to take a grip of damage for that, but somehow still alive.
Just need that one last hit. Putting out Miss Charlotte, the teleport comes out. We have meter to work with. Doesn't respond with the teleport.
Oh, and I was expecting maybe that super reversal to come out again, but this time is not able to get the input, not able to get... Love seeing these players get to stay active, stay in control. Astaroth, really, again, as we mentioned, just playing to the character's strength. It's been difficult to get there, but once we do, it's been so hard to actually create room to get away from this Elphelt here. And right away, we find the counter hit. Gold Burst ends up coming out.
There's that low arbor. Stain still applied. The way that Dndevi is moving has been quite tricky to deal with. Astaroth not having a way in super easily, but there's the snake on the Bridal Express. Wall bounce as well, turns that into same side. The YRC comes out, but the reversal super.
Yeah, so finally one of our own. Gotta show that you're not the only one that's able to get these things through, but the back throw is gonna set up for a very awkward situation. Now Stain State applied, and we end our turn with the Arbiter sign, but it doesn't matter at this spacing. Elphelt's gonna have to make a big risk soon.
Great blocks there coming out from Astaroth, however. The low grade digger. Miss Charlotte, this is, once she's started, it can be annoying to deal with, but the Arbiter sign actually goes through the shot there.
Oh, and that little bit of a dash up there. I actually liked the idea. I think a teleport was going to come after that dash, but unfortunately gets stop signed before we can actually start the execution of our game plan.
I think Astaroth is really getting a bigger read on how Dndevi wants to set up their zoning patterns. There's no zoning to be said when we're back to the corner here.
Oh, got a very effective trade in that moment, but unfortunately the trade is not good enough. Sticks the leg out, but is still safe. A 2H for a punish. Pressure in the corner again.
Oh, just keep going. Yeah, steals the corner in that instance. It's gonna be close if we're able to make it to the corner. Wall break, that's just enough. Astaroth ties it up 2-2 now.
I love it being
both of the players playing the fighting game.
Yeah.
It's not a steamroll. They're both playing the game. They're both establishing their game plan, and there's some adaptation showing up. It's really great to see the information in motion, the way that their brains are working on the screen.
Definitely agreed. We have a burst come out pretty early. This is where I'm liking these projectiles, using it on the in the air, being able to use it just as kind of an interrupt and kind of a, hey, listen, just remember I have this. It buys you just enough time to get aggressive, close the distance the way that we have. Astaroth, again, like you said, cracking the code a little bit at a time.
Oh, 2D actually beats the H Gravedigger? I didn't even think her 2D was long enough to hit there.
News to me. I was going to say I did not think that was going to make it.
Oh, low arbor, not even on landing frames there. Yeah, they're mixing up their motion and getting in with Bridal Express, getting in with some dash blocking, the occasional 2H, and now we're just right into the Rekkas, the overheads, the lows. You can't block forever.
Yeah, everything really starting to add up in those ending moments. Gets the connection again, has to spend the burst in response.
We figured out how to use Miss Charlotte in the matchup. Anti-air throw, the stain wore off though. Or at least I'm not sure if air throw costs that. I know ground throw does.
Oh, and the trade from max distance, not enough life to play with in that moment. Astaroth, another player being able to secure this comeback.
Strong character if they can be in an offensive position, and perhaps one of the best characters when they have you blocking already.
Definitely agreed. Situations can get extremely messy in a hurry, but we'll see if we're even able to get that to happen. Nikolai was another player who did incredibly well. I believe was in top 8 last week and had their peak placement. So coming off of a pretty hot run, see if they can set it up again.
Yeah, but Zato on screen, you really have to show knowledge versus the character or just not deal with it at all. And we're not dealing with it while on offense, but right now, here comes EdEddNEddie trying to reestablish a presence on screen.
Looking for the 6B. That's the right idea in a lot of these moments already. 2S into the piers. Round of applause and unsummoned. Unsummoning is the key to successful Zato play in the current patch of the game here. YRC breaks it, but luckily another big change to the character. When you get broken by YRC or an RC like that, it sets Eddie back to whatever the gauge was when he was broken instead of 0, which is big, but unfortunately during this explanation, he just gets cooked.
I mean, it's still Zato. He's still gonna get his bar deleted pretty easily, especially now that Elphelt is a character that has access to a lot more consistent damage. Especially like this. Here it comes, puts the jacket on, and now it's a fight or flight situation. And if Elphelt still gets hit by burst or anything, the jacket stays on.
Yeah, it's well worth the investment of the meter to be able to set up those interactions again. And Nikolai able to lock down game 1 here. This is a crazy match to see this early. Like I said, this was like 13th place, and I believe just squeaking into top 8 last week. So we're getting some high level stuff very early. This is awesome.
I mean, it shows the pedigree of what must be in the bracket tonight. If we're seeing this outside of top 48, then these players that signed up tonight they've got to be quite strong contenders.
As it always is. But there you go, breaking the law. Listen, the illegal mix-up working out does get the burst to keep us trapped in the corner, and now, yeah, just land the quick connection into the sword. Full Eddie gauge, and able to set up for the Pierce if we want, but instead it's just going to be the dash up.
I mean, these characters are both great examples of a 50-50 is still a 50-50.
Oh yeah.
Like, those are not odds that I want to bet on. Ooh, round start 6P, still a classic war crime button. Able to get the confirmation and unsummons and resummons for yet another situation. For a float mix up here. We're going to be able to get Sun Void if we want it, but decides not to use it.
Oh, okay. Jump away. Does get pressed down. YRC is blocked, unfortunately. And now back into the blender. Plenty of meter for this next string of mix-ups, but it's just going to be the low. It doesn't have to do anything fancy. And just like you said, listen, a coin flip is a coin flip.
Brother, I'm not betting on a coin flip here. Rock, paper, scissors, money match. I'm not betting on that. Here comes the drills. Are we going to be able to unsummon in time? Just using it to move to the corner. We have 50% tension if we want to regain any sort of semblance of an Eddie gauge, but we're just using time to our advantage here, and we almost have it back, and here he is.
Yeah, Nikolai, I mean, FDing well and blocking well, but unfortunately that's a moment where you can't be content to block. You have to do something aggressive to get out of that moment while we don't have Eddie, because now in this moment, we're going to get the wall break with the 6H, and you're going to have a pixel of life to play with.
We're just retreating, trying to recover the Eddie gauge, and maybe go for a chip out. Another situation. There's the left-right breaking the law to seal it out. One's on the board, and EdEddNEddie showing us how it's done.
As we said, one of the players that is still a believer, still rocking the character that they enjoy. It's good to see. I mean, this is, I feel like, it's a portion of the life cycle of every single Guilty Gear, right? Zato is always extremely good early, and then gets quite a bit worse at one point. And then I feel like this is our time to write a new chapter. We can restabilize. We can rebuild him. It doesn't have to be like it once was.
I don't know if we have the budget for $6 whole million. Unsummon here. There we go. Maintaining the Eddie gauge quite well. The matchup. That's 4 frames.
Oh, shout out to Sin, by the way, coming through with the contribution to the match arena. $5 directly into the prize pool. Appreciate you a lot. Thank you very much.
Catch a backdash there, it looks like. Returning back to neutral, and now just putting out a few errant hitboxes, trying to catch Nikolai at an unfortunate time, but they've moved forward with such patience, and now, for their troubles, they're just back in the vortex.
Aboii in the command throw to get the fully refilled gauge. So now setting up for it once again with just hardly any life left. You might just get chipped out. No meter really left at this point, and instead it's just the meat tenderizer to swing around the standing tap dust.
I swear I've been hit by Zato 5D more than any other character.
It's his best normal. I don't care. 5D and 2P is all he needs.
Oh, but coming out, there's the far slash. Buff the attack level on that one. It's the hard knockdown. Tries to go for the side swap, but EdEddNEddie has their eyes on the screen. But now they're back on the floor.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Quick
nice
RC.
little change up. Definitely like that a lot. Is able to secure the round. Full burst still available though.
That's where you want to be. But EdEddNEddie showing they're not a regular Zato player. They're holding on to their burst. Double overhead all the way across the sky, all the way across the stage, and through the wall. Sunvoid re-establishing Eddie Gage and gets our pressure still to the corner and hard to deal with. Oh, rinse and repeat. Decides not to break the wall. Here comes Sunvoid once more. I think we didn't want to give that first cage back.
That was perfect though. The FD into the flip over is able to get out of the corner now and establish their own pressure. 2S into invite hell, but what else can you get? Wild Assault is the answer. It actually combos into drill. I didn't. Today I learned. I did not know that was a route from there. I mean, it makes sense because counter hit Wild Assault, but
yeah, Blue Wild Assault too. It has that stagger to it as well as the guard crush. It must be a true block string into drills as well.
Super fun.
Zato players in the chat, you can correct me. My pocket Zato does not go that deep.
Listen, the one Zato player is here on the screen. So we'll just have to, when EdEddNEddie pumps up in chat, we'll have to ask.
We had Macho that comes to our local, but he's long since stopped playing Guilty Gear.
Oh, I miss watching Macho. Macho's so fun to watch.
Here comes the Frog, back to the corner, trying to maintain pressure, but Zato without Eddies. Gotta say, half a character.
That was
so combo.
Disgusting. Actually gross. The continuation of the mix-up here gets the flip out, but unfortunately now it's cornered. But we just didn't have enough life to make the comeback there. The reposition was so good, but just out of resources.
Catches the 5H. Bridal Express just keeps running these mix-ups going. Oh, there's an echo in here, I swear. And we keep doing Bomb Bomb Chocolat, and EdEddNEddie is not brave enough to press. The 6B finally comes out.
Oh, that was a whole lot of visual noise to not get too much of a mix-up there. Nikolai almost closing out the round, can take this to another game 5 potentially here. The PRC, but just is immediately rushed down, and then that instant overhead finds the mark again, as well as the burst bait to follow through. Everything coming up Nikolai in the ending of that game to take us all the way to the 5th one.
We're back here once more. It's 2 games on the board. It's 2 games. We're on game 5 once more, Proxy, for the 3rd time in the evening.
Listen,
in a row.
This is one of those, I feel like TNS is one of those streams where once a trend is set, the trend is continued here. So we're gonna have to strap in, because this is gonna be, if this is any indication, it's gonna be a very long night here.
But ain't no way I'd rather have. Oh, that traded with Eddie. I was surprised. First coming out, Eddie almost restocked. Yeah, that's another one of the changes. Oppose doesn't go away as quickly once you activate it.
Almost met them air to air. I thought they were going to end up looking for the throw there. Instead, it's going to be the 2S into the Pierce. Very nice, but the burst has to be spent.
Jumps out, but doesn't have a response. Catches them with the anti-air 5P. And now Nikolai putting them to the corner. There's the wire seeking it out. Doesn't want any of that defense.
Okay, YRC smart again. Eddie is back. Did you just backdash Wild Assault?
I would have gotten hit by that if I tried to backdash, I swear.
Underneath, actually reposition there. Avoids the first layer of the mix-up with the Frog coming through. Pierce into, unfortunately, Eddie being gone. And now EdEddNEddie having to fight that one all by their lonesome. And that is going to convert around, and the potential for the set now for Nikolai.
Swing that far slash, and EdEddNEddie wants to establish a presence, but still stuck to the corner. There's the slight delay that JD, ever so tricky. The bomb jacket applied and mix up incoming. We're gonna have to fight for our life here. They both
no. Plus on whiff. That's so unfortunate. Tried because it's like he was like very clean cut and very like he was like, oh, I'm graduated. I'm fully
Baldhead.
I'm a doctor. I'm here. And now it's him like in his scrubs like just listen. I'm gonna be here for 14 more hours. And we're gonna figure this out. Yeah, he's here.
He's got his comfy shoes on, his scrubs. Oh, we got Garidos on the Jacko coming up. Jacko, she got a really cheeky buff that I want to say is a really fun buff, but I'm not sure of the actual strength of Jacko in a patch like this right now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's definitely still strong, but like you said, it's pretty hard to gauge right now. We're gonna have to see a lot of these Jacko players kind of show things off and see how the matchups play out between characters here. But already, even with the missed wall break here, a big advantage for Garidos. Gets a couple trades, and Lurry cannot afford these trades at this moment.
Yeah, Jacko's been kind of on the radar of the tournament scene recently, especially after the Evo win from Nitro, ECT as well, but Garidos showing us that Jacko's still on the map. She's still on the map.
Yeah, more than capable in these moments. Lurry gonna go for the walk backwards right off the start. Tries to get aggressive, but it's not gonna work out. We do get the best item in the game. Here he comes, but unfortunately he's taking his lunch break. Where did Mini Faust go?
Oh, just there and back again, you know? Oh no! This is the second time I think we overlapped with the minion return and the Elysium driver.
Oh, and that was so smart. Charge Dust was honestly the perfect combo starter to go for there. Not only is it incredibly high damage, but it avoided the bomb, and we do get the trade with the dive kick afterwards. Super sick for Lurry there. Great decision making.
You can release your breaths, chat. You can release your breath. We're on to a final round. Here the homies coming in. We're gonna try and re-establish some of our minion gauge, but the poke out Lurry is gonna push us to the corner. And putting out Minefield with these bananas. Oh, I didn't even realize that Jacko got that. I saw that Faust did.
That was a tough situation. Ends up getting the air-to-air. The fire applied, but unfortunately couldn't quite get the full combo. It burst himself out. And now 2D straight into Elysium driver.
Electing to use our RC to try and push to the corner. There's the air throw. Garidos. Great awareness. The mini Faust. That's like in Smash Bros when when Popo dies, the ice climbers, and Nana gives him a little 1-2 with the jab.
Yeah, true actually. She's just hanging out. Listen, she makes her own rules.
Shout out to Nikki at Don't Park on the Grass for those of you watching, but we got a different game on screen.
So with it 1-0, we'll see if we can keep that momentum up. Lurry had the right idea in a lot of these moments, unfortunately. It's rare to say, I feel like, with Jacko on the screen, because you don't feel like you get a lot of damage, but it felt like it was mileage per hit. Being able to get pretty significant damage on a lot of different touches here, but with this mix up back into the corner, we'll see if we can keep that type of momentum.
And Lurry's doing a really good job of just playing around minions in neutral. But still, Garidos able to be super tricky, throws them out of Super BRC. I gotta assume you just were doing run up throw anyway, but still, the way that turned out.
Here we go, this is two. Avoids all of the meteors, ends up getting the trade, and then dashes up again to keep it meaty. So aggressive, I love it.
Start 2P the classic. 5-framer. These like dash, jump forward, minion punts, those have been very well moved for Garidos. Response on that throw, holy cow.
The damage to follow through there, ends up getting the sweep, not much else to follow. Dashes up and gets aggressive. Somehow the combo keeps going regardless of what side we're on.
Brings out another homie. We got homie battles. They don't interact very well against each other. Got 100% tension on Garidos' side. The 2H catches the approach on counter hit. Lurry is going to push to the corner, set up a bunch of items. Gives Garidos the trumpet. Oh, a bomb came off. Oh. The psychic read there. Tied up on rounds once more. This is what we saw last game. Full burst gauge, spends 100 for 50.
Hey, gets the pull in here. Knockdown for the extra damage. 2S and backdashes to avoid any kind of extracurricular activity, that being the wild assault this time.
Garidos is moving so well with the minions. And Jacko, a character that really lets you do whatever you want as long as you have the practice for it. Dash, cancel into the throw. Catches the RC again.
Oh no! Okay.
Oh gosh.
Still alive. At least 50-meter available though, so this next layer of the mix-up here, even with the YRC, I don't think we're too worried about it. 5P, the ultimate bravery.
You pressed like that. Oh my gosh, you pressed like that?
I love
I saw you backdashing the blue wall assault, but the standing jab?
Hey, gotta do what we gotta do. Have to respect it. Love the idea. Everything ends up coming up in the end.
Garidos really showing they are the true evolution here on screen. Oh my gosh. Braver than I am, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm still splashing around.
I feel that. Listen, I have nothing but respect for players who can do things like that, because I just don't have it in me. My self-preservation energy is too high.
Is this going to get the combustion? Not quite. Still get the safe jump set up. Guard crush applied. Ooh, right into the super. This one's going to hurt. She was still on fire in the animation too.
Oh, gets close enough. 2K ends up finding the mark. And nice little juggle to keep her off of the trumpet. That was so important there. You had to regulate your height, keep it high to make sure nothing comes astray. And Lurry, okay, I mean, if Lurry's gonna stick to the script here, we gotta string 2 in a row.
This pressure is gonna be hard to deal with, but we still have one heart to give. Oh, what a pile driver gonna put us back to the wall, back on the ground here. That did so much damage. That was like 3 hits into super. What the heck, dude?
Oh, things are just not getting better here. Taps the dust, RC's forward, closes the round out here on a perfect. And Lurry a little ahead on the burst economy, but otherwise we are straight tied up.
Moving right around the mini Faust too. 2S on the homing missile. Oh, that almost hit the mini Faust with the bubble. Oh, he held it that time! He held the wild assault! Coming out.
Looking for low, that was definitely sick. RC and gets the close slash. Another one potentially go into the books here. Lurry is able to close out the game and is going to bring us one step closer to the... You already know what's coming. You know what's gonna happen.
We can't say it yet. We can't say it yet.
I'll say it.
You're brave enough to say it?
Listen, we've had only game 5s, and I believe that Lurry is a player of respect and a player of order, and we'll stick to the script.
I want to say, isn't Lurry from the New York area? If they are, that's Nitro territory, so they might know the Jacko matchup. Who knows?
I think Lurry's North Carolina. North Carolina. Yeah. I didn't want to commit, but I thought it was NC.
Okay.
South North Carolina.
I had a feeling that I'd seen Lurry at like a NLBC one time or another. I must be mistaken. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
breaking things up. Hard knockdown, dashes up and staggers the 5 Ps. I mean, Garidos has been very aggressive on these reversal situations, for not even just with meter, just with normal. So I love that stagger is really well informed in the match.
There's a great anti-air. Oh, doesn't quite get the close slash, but still a little bit of damage for our troubles. Doesn't quite get the full driver going. But we're still on the green here.
Oh no, and finally sent out the meteors that we had been saving. And listen, just like I said, Lurry is a respectful player, knows to stick to the script, doing the right thing, takes us to that game 5.
Yeah, that the bubble on the meteors, it seems like a solid idea, but the bubble doesn't really do much against projectiles. Notably, I'm not sure how it would do against the many projectiles that come down from the meteors, in fact.
Yeah, super fair. Here off rip, love that. Unfortunately, tried to commit to something a little too big. Didn't think that Garidos was going to try and close the distance that aggressively, it seems.
Now with the weight, JH comes down. Get the air-to-air, slips off a banana peel.
You hate to see it.
I need someone to like make a mod with the cartoon sound effect on the banana peel. That'd be great.
Goes back, trying to throw that bag as effectively as we can. A decent fireball to stay active in the air.
Great teleport, but also great defense. The 2D going under the scalpel pole, right into the Elysium driver. Not close enough to the corner, but this is still a solid knockdown. And regains some minion gauge as well.
Does for the follow through here, is going to get the activation. Empowered minions trying to go for the swings as best they can, but now a nice poke out.
Oh, and the bubble, the double bubble on the bag and the burst from it. Oh, but still gets a clap coming in. Garidos on set point now.
Yeah, tried to 2P to clear the minion, but the minion was just a touch too far behind them.
That JP, Lurry's doing so well against the minions.
Trumpet plus meteors. Jacko gets the trumpet, which does kind of make us play a little more passive in that ending moment. But again, 5k into the poke is beautiful.
Yeah, and using that 5k against the minion to allow him to special cancel that, really heads up decision.
Nice to pull the minion, able to set up once again. Has to go for the jump back. Ends up using the teleport. Super smart choice.
Not quite enough to kill. Doesn't have a super to deal a lot of damage here. But it's still not a lot of life left for Garidos. Oh gosh. Garidos on positive meter. So much tension to work with.
Very smart to lay into the air and then go for it. But now with the double buffs up, finally the defensive one goes away. But 3 minions on the table, having to play this defensively, taking so much chip, so much damage, but does get the 2P. It takes us to the final round.
Oh my gosh, this is a fantastic match between these players. Gets that anti-air check. The 5k scalpel pull connects. Just close enough to the wall. That did so much damage. What the heck, dude? Oh my god. What awareness.
Oh, and a perfect to send it away. Strong showing once again. Lurry with the comeback. I feel... Oh, Kai in the chat says, that's me. I just can't change my name on Matcherino. I see you though, homie. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Old JH coming in, actually interrupting the 486 from Goldlewis here. Already off to quite a high octane interaction. That,
wow.
What? The back of Artemis?
The back hitbox was crazy. As
Dude,
Kai
Slayer's not on screen. What's going on?
Kai with the $50 contribution to the Matcherino coming through. Thank you so much. $167 already in the prize pool. And we are not even in our top 48.
They said, okay, I fixed it. What a way to tell us.
Oh my god, thank you so much. Sorry that it was broken, but I guess thank you that it was broken. Appreciate it, seriously.
The players are gonna love it. Turbo Fall accidentally intercepted by the Thunderbird. Now Lolo goes for the safe jump setup. Heo ends up taking the free gold burst situation.
Aboii was definitely cute. Ends up getting the 2P into the super to generate the knockdown here. Back to the whatever side that was. Jesus, Heo.
I didn't block that either. I swear, I promise you that. Yeah, Goldlewis, he can really take a beating. Gets the air throw too with the fuzzy jump.
Oh my god, can take a beating and can give a beating. One interaction, one little change up in fate is enough for your thread to get sliced. Millia gets obliterated and has to deal with it again now.
Gets the poke out. That 2P's awfully brave, but works out in their favor. Heo already off to a solid situation here, but the burst from Lolo still gets a trade here, and Thunderbird erased. Oh gosh. These fuzzy jumps are going well for Lolo, but Millia just moves so fast. It's still so hard to keep up with. And 6K working out too.
That and the low overhead into the even lower Capel to be able to get us stuck to the wall, break through. But listen, I don't want to blame it all on the numbers. We talked a little bit about numbers before stream, but you know, to take us full circle, I don't want to talk about the numbers and the statistics too much. But the person who has won the first game has lost every set so far.
No, Nora won their first.
Did Nora win the first game?
Yeah, Nora won the first game. They were up 2-0. They ended up taking it in the end, I do believe.
Okay, all right. So listen, we're breaking the statistics here. It's okay. We're still alive.
Yeah, the numbers don't lie, and they mean disaster.
Oh, there we go. I like that burst. I like the drone even more, but Capel again, just to stay active, corners themselves. And unfortunately, this is going to lead to the most terrifying situation you can think of.
Oh, the spin with the security on the 486 too. Gets the throw. We're able to build some of that security up. Oh, eat these plus frames. So many plus frames, and you jumped. Oh my gosh. Dude, Lolo's churning. They're churning. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it just never gets better. Gets a really unfortunate trade out there. And the stomp actually gets the counter hit. Nothing to follow though. Heo, the first one to generate a knockdown, but can't get much off of it, unfortunately. Was a touch too spaced out.
Oh, the IAD back 624. Gets the double overhead. Doesn't turn the turbo fall into L, but now we're fighting for our life, just trying to stay alive, and we can't do it. It's a 1-1 on the board. Dude, this Goldlewis champion, man. This Goldlewis champion.
This character is actually unbelievable in his current state. I feel like he just continues to listen. Goldlewis players are always up. I don't know what it is. It's just since the character, like 1.0 of this character had some struggles, but somehow managed to survive and stay relevant. And it's been off to the races since then.
Gobo won Red Bull Kumite Las Vegas in 2021, and they haven't looked back since. The Goldlewis players haven't looked back since. Coming in, and the 426 coming out. For what it's worth, Goldlewis is definitely a dopamine hit kind of character.
Oh yeah. You listen, when you pick this character, you know what you're about and you know what you're looking for, and I respect that.
Yeah, they're looking for 1, 2, 3, you're dead.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even realize there was space in the corner for that. Lolo just blocking so well.
Oh God. No.
Dog, you turn away for a moment and she's dead. Especially with the way with the new security cancels.
The security cancels really are just the thing that pushes it over the edge. It turns so many situations that were once like, it feels like too aggressive of a guess or a situation that wasn't worth the risk that goes into it. I mean, it just turns him into a Chipp monster more than usual. Gets the back throw, and now we might get to see some of that here. Tries to go for the high-low. Dude, he has high-lows now.
Oh, just building up the security so quickly, too. It just hardly matters. Right now, we have some offense going, but right back to the corner blocks the YRC, but because we were in the air, it was a little bit more difficult to punish. Are you dead here? Are you dead here? Dude,
as soon as you see the Skyfish, you know it just gets obliterated.
The Skyfish is like, it doesn't wall stick until maybe the last hit or something, if it does wall stick. I don't even think it does, but...
And then OTG Behemoth wall sticks. There was more combo after that, by the way.
Dog, they gave it the tumble in like season 2, the Skyfish tumble. They're like, we want Goldlewis players to use it more. And then they still didn't use it that often, and they were like, you know what? Season 4 is coming up. We want to see Skyfish more.
Yeah, season 3, there were like 2 routes where it was like, this doesn't come up that much, but this is super optimal when it does. And now it's just like, just fix your combo with the gun. It's fine.
Oh, White Wild Assault. I forgot about that for a moment.
Yeah, not quite what it once was, but it's you know, if you can't win without it, without the old version, you never deserved it.
Spider-Man and Tony Stark all over again. Oh, but there's Artemis, the tricky Mirage Artemis tech.
Oh my god, but just destroys the bad moon, and again, just shoots him up. Goldlewis with his best heavy cosplay, just ending the round again.
This is Sasha. Oh, there's the JH coming down. He-Ho getting some offense started. Oh, and there's the early normal off of air dash backwards. That's one of Millia's changes. Close enough to the close slash. Putting them to the corner. Iron Savior. Not enough to kill here.
Yeah, I mean, Winger does no damage, unfortunately. But within region, yeah, Capel pushes you to the corner. It looks like you've got your back to the wall. We're able to secure the cross-up. He-Ho still in it.
Oh, round start 16-8-4. Oh, just keep doing it.
This is my listen, I love Guilty Gear. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a big fan of Guilty Gear Strive. Swinging the coffin, secures the perfect, back secured. Lolo's in top 48. It's gonna be the Fly versus.
He got technically nerfed. He technically got nerfed.
The rocket-powered Fly Swatter on the other side in Slayer.
Rocket-powered Fly Swatter. This is like kind of the same matchup, but in a different way from what we just saw.
Yeah, agreed. But Gold burst here. Walter got him with the Artemis foul early. Not going to work out. 2H does end up whiffing, and we get the punish. Yeah, burst forced in that moment.
I think nionnex expecting to cross through on that pile bunker, but still gets the hit and gets the wall stick. Oh, and the kill. Oh gosh. Brother, this is damage. This Guilty Gear game, dude.
Listen, it's his identity. He needs it. Hair card for the knockdown. We're good.
Artemis gets the wall break. Hey, Millia just did 50% on Slayer, so it's not a one-way street.
100-meter here too. It's gonna break with super. Not enough damage to kill, but 50-meter for the mix-up. We're gonna have multiple 50-50s in a row on the next interaction. Instead, it's just TK Bad Moon.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about any invincible reversal options now from Slayer. His super mop punch does have some invincibility, but not on start.
Yeah, more for going through fireballs in certain situations, as it probably should be.
Allows Walter to escape the corner, gets the cross up, and sends themselves right on back here. Doesn't have 50% for the hard knockdown. Walter still on a burst though, which is definitely a strong lifeline against a character like Slayer. wisely choosing their spots too.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, just trying to stay active in the movement here. Does have the 200 meters, so we might just see that fireball super. Instead, it's going to be the PRC forward and catches the attempt to be aggressive. That trying to eat up that the space, try and take that forward dash. Doesn't quite work out the way we wanted.
Yeah, I saw that reversal far slash. I have to wonder if they're trying to reversal super or not, because it is a slash button reversal. But nonetheless, Walter takes it up. nionnex going down, but not without a fight. Definitely a sort of latch touch situation, because Slayer's the kind of character that looks at you funny, and you take 50% of your health bar. Already gone.
Duel 1.
So we'll see if we can maybe generate some of that here. Goes for the backdash right off the rip, trying to not be too aggressive. That goes over 2H. Today I learned. I'm learning a lot tonight.
It better go over 2H. That one's too good, dude. Definitely one of the best normals in the game. Gets the quick low off of the Iron Savior. Cross him? Okay. Oh, rare footage of Hand of Doom actually working.
Oh, kicking them legs. Unfortunately, the punish is going to work out here. Walter doing a great job maximizing our damage when the moments are appropriate. Takes the game and threatens to take another. Might be a 2-0 here. That is a hell of a stop!
Oh, that 6H is so good for what it does. D catches a button coming out. It looks like nionnex just really likes to press slash like this. Oh, now that's a combo I don't think I've seen before. The JD to pick up off the Artemis wall bounce.
Max distance gets the close slash afterwards. Walter. There we go. Had the 50 meter still.
These Millia footsies are working out really well for Walter. Slayer, a character that doesn't really play footsies very well, just given on how they move. They have really, really great normals. But the way that Walter is just moving is proving impressive.
Yeah, definitely one of the things I say the most about Millia is that the most important thing about Millia is being hard to catch, hard to interact with. The mix-up is the secondary win condition. Once you've established that your movement, able to set up and make, like entice whiffs in awkward places while they're trying to overreach to find you, that is where you're able to find your mix-up, and that is where you're able to establish your win con. But being elusive is goal number one.
Oh yeah, these hyper speed characters like Chipp and Millia, they really thrive in that situation where they're hard to hit. But right now, we're hitting hard against us here. The double dash through, we're gonna kill off of that.
Set up for another one of those moments. Things looking tough here. Max distance is able to get the poke though. Round start. This is optimal. Heavy blade and is able to get on the cross up as well. So now keeping it mid screen, not giving up that advantage. That's huge.
Oh, what a spectacular confirmation with that 2P fast RC. Hand of Doom uses the RC to stay safe. And now here comes the blood-sucking universe. Counter hit state up trade. Oh, but fortunate drop there from nionnex. We're going to lose the round for it. But both players on just about 50% of the burst gauge. nionnex a little bit more and Walter a little bit less.
Pokepel, love that. Even if it doesn't work out in the end, that little bit of chip damage there and establishing that you will go for it is huge as we find the close slash, gets the Artemis from max distance and is able to secure their own throw.
Yeah, nionnex is pretty antsy to press on defense, it looks like. The Artemis seems to be working out so well. S-Tandem top, goes for the pile bunker just to try to catch them pressing. YRC's out while we have the meter have it safe and doesn't use the S to close it out, just takes the mix-up and the victory. Our first 3-0 here on stream. First side, we have Master Raven, who is one of my local homies, but
okay.
Someone who really shows up and has really spectacular confirms. Definitely a student of Daru from the way that I see him playing, but it's going to be a completely different matchup than what we've previously seen from a character perspective in the matchup against Potemkin now.
Right, Rip is able to find that close slash, still has full burst too, but isn't gonna have to access any of it at all. I mean, that has been one of the nicest changes, is that I feel like Blue Wild Assault I didn't realize how much Potemkin needed Blue Wild Assault until I saw the application of it. This character is so strong with it, but unfortunately here, the defense still suffers as Master Raven continues to rush down, finds the hard knockdown, and is able to generate so much value from that one touch.
Yeah, and this is definitely the position you want to be as an Eno player. Oh, and Master Raven doing a bit of walking there. They're able to get out. There's the 6H into the Gigantor Kai, able to establish an offensive sequence here. There's the Blue Wall Assault, double guard crush. We have 100% tension. Master Raven, you're just eating this pressure, and you get Potemkin busted for your troubles.
Oh, and that's just such an awkward situation there too, because once you let your risk gauge get to maximum there, that 6K becomes the most dastardly guess for your life ever, because at max risk, flick, you explode. Your entire life bar is just gone. So you just, like you said, that much tension, you have to make a move at some point. You can't let it get down to that final coin flip where you're betting your whole life. Bet a smaller chunk of that thing. Worst case, you lose, you don't die, you're in the situation again, you were going to be there anyways.
We're able to move forward here. Master Raven gets out, able to establish more offense going in, gets the confirmation and the wall break. Great usage of that new Chemical Love, just really allowing these more consistent confirmations. First comes out too. Oh, and the heavy sultry performance, able to break the armor as well. Gotta watch out for the lumbering tank, man.
Oh, good use of the Psycho Crusher though to be able to get out of the corner, and uses the hover dash to completely avoid the slide head.
Oh, it beats the Gigantor. I didn't think it would be fast enough, but it makes it through. We're gonna go through the wall, but we don't even get there and prevent Aboii from getting that extra burst gauge back as well.
Yeah, good mid-range for Master Raven, being able to throw out the HCL, super important in this matchup here. A lot of people, I think a ton of people forget that move is not invincible, that super startup, but you know, Potemkins get away with it. Listen, if they're gonna let you do it.
Dude, it's scary. They got the big wall up. It's scary. The Aegis Reflector.
Oh, ends up getting the reset. Still alive on the most magic of pixels.
Super, super, super. Oh, he could have supered that. Oh, it's curtains here. It's curtains. Oh, we blocked the 5D.
Okay, but the one true reversal from Potemkin, 5P, a goated normal to be able to cover so much in a moment like that.
Back Mega Fist catching the 2S. Great zoning there coming out from Master Raven. Using the Chemical Love to their benefit. Oh, just hard call out. Just approaching slowly with that hover dash over the slide head.
Yeah, super, super smart choice again. Armor on the Pop Buster, but we were airborne. Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, that's one of the newer additions to the toolkit with the new Chemical Love. It is a frame trap if you do like the hover dash JS into Chemical Love. I think if you go for like a close slash afterwards, that should frame trap you. But the Chemical Love coming in clutch and allowing Raven to be airborne there in the end.
That's an interesting thing to note for the potential future, is that if you go for a reversal Pop Buster in that moment and they go for the frame trap, you armor that. So you might be able to just RC and get aggressive. There's a lot of cool rock, paper, scissors that might show up there. I hope we get to see that again at some point.
We're starting to see some flick coming out from Aboii. It's just a neutral tool. It is a huge disjoint now. I want to say that was out of range.
That was a masterful 6P, ends up getting the knockdown here, and we're gonna go straight into the skies, taken to the heavens, and then back to hell. Where does this leave us? Hell is right. Jesus.
You can tell that a Potemkin player is the battle director because there's so much love put in the animation of that move. Staying safe on these block strings. 2S coming out right underneath that 5P. Close enough, gets the wall break. Spectacular confirmation. The update with this chemical Love really makes Ino's potency just so much more strong because she's always a positive meter bonus when she hits you.
Super again, max meter for Aboii.
Oh, they're going for the empty low. Aboii getting slipped from it, and now we're tied on rounds, basically on resources, and tied on games as well. What a confirmation off the 5P anti-air. Goldburst comes out. This is going to be very well positioned here for Aboii. Oh, catches the super PRC.
Things just not coming up correct here for Aboii. Master Raven looking to get ahead in the set now. Still has that burst. Aboii should get access to it. Doesn't get the connection there. Goes for it again.
That's almost JH connected. We still get the confirm. What a pickup, Master Raven.
Finally, flick paying off. 6K doesn't get the hit, but unfortunately we'd already committed to the Garuda. Throw doesn't work out either. Oh.
I've been on the brunt end of this myself, having played Master Raven many times, but he is just so good at moving with Ino. When a character where your movement is so different, it's so important that you're able to use every tool in your shed just to get close, get your pressure started, and make your character just as strong as anyone with the standard options.
No, absolutely, especially when your movement puts you in the air like that. Not even just being unique, it just puts you in such a different state than other characters. Because historically there have been matchups where Ino gets obliterated just because she has to be in the air so often. So being able to have a matchup where you can abuse that a little bit here and take Slide Head, which is one of like the Potemkin tools, off the table is massive. Master Raven has been piloting this matchup just wonderful. You got a Potemkin locally? Because this is well practiced.
We have Home Depot Potemkin. That's our regular Potemkin player. We had Dygubis for a moment.
They definitely got the matchup experience then. Looking amazing. 1 round away now.
Oh, just broke the Hammerfall just a little bit too far away to get any sort of punish. Oh, the weird auto time setups, the sort of, hey, look over there.
Oh, okay.
Get off of me.
Pushes back. Oh, nice trade, but 6P in response. Master Raven, no fear. Listen, become ungovernable. What can you do to save yourself?
I mean, I don't blame him. When you're playing a character like, you gotta press 6P a few times, because that 6P is a really good button. Oh, the 2K to seal it out. Let's go, Raven. No bias, no bias.
No, you gotta do what you gotta do. I like it. 3-1, looking strong.
At Evo earlier this year, definitely showing up with the Ram. I think I saw them winning the Fly Fighters earlier this last week. Marvelo, the premier Chipp in North America. I hope to see some silly tightrope shenanigans myself, but a lot of new things going to be showing up on screen. Oh.
Yeah,
speak it into existence.
2 characters that definitely got overhauls for sure. Chipp, while it's just the addition of the rope, it really altered a ton of his game plan and a ton of the ways he approaches neutral, because now he has something. He needs to have as much rope uptime as possible. And I mean, Ram had a systematic overhaul top to bottom here, but unfortunately there from Marvelo gets stuck on the wall running in an awkward position. RedDitto was able to close the distance and take advantage of that.
Yeah, the tightrope definitely seems like the kind of thing that takes some getting used to. We have had a little bit over 2 weeks, but it's such a new thing that it's going to take a little bit. There's the true strike throw. The guard crush off of the Bayonettos is so oppressive.
Aboii 6P, definitely good. Closes the distance with the stagger here. FD to try and buy some room and tries to go for the jump out. Marvelo with a reposition that's definitely effective, but the most dastardly hop over of all time.
Down that JH. Guard crush in the air, the blue beat combo too. This Ramlethal champion.
Definitely pretty good. YRC again to buy a little bit of room here. Distance closed. And there we go, I like this.
Classic strive chip stagger pressure. Brother, I got hit in that one too.
Okay. Wow, how in the world did you not reach? Tried to go for the situation to look for the throw, dashes past, but 5K, the ultimate stop sign to put you back into the sword explosion. So many good things from Marvelo in the end of that, but it was just a touch too late. RedDitto had already established far too much of a lead and just continues to be so dominant. RedDitto is phenomenal out of the gate. I love how aggressive they are early in moments of these matches.
Yeah, the rework for Ram, I would say is very interesting for her, but even still, hasn't really moved anywhere on a strength level, I gotta say. She is still one oppressive character, maybe even moved up on strength, if you ask me. I mean, way back in like a released Season 3 strength with Wild Assault Knockdown.
Oh yeah, I mean, even when we do get a patch and we do have the bugs worked out, this character is still absolutely, you cannot talk me out of top 3. I mean,
yeah,
currently
we
in the
haven't even seen the thing that's going to get patched out, those swords staying on hand. We haven't seen that yet.
I was gonna say, I mean, she's so good, and the Ram players continue to be so successful. Even when that change comes through, get used to seeing this character. All the Ram players are dedicated and masterful at the craft here, but that's a great DP. Really nice timing.
Turning it into a huge damaging combo with the Calvados.
I always am worried they're gonna die, no matter what the health bar says.
You remember they said they made that super do less damage?
Listen.
They reduced super damage across the board.
Dude, that laser is so effective. I mean, slices through guts because it's a multi-hit. The final hit of it is one of the highest damage things I've ever seen in a video game. It is super
it's plus
strong.
on block.
RedDitto.
Something we forget is plus on block.
RedDitto continues to be so dominant here, not letting Marvelo really establish any of that offense that we normally would see from him. It's just been smothering the entire time through, not looking to stop for a second here, trying to see more of the same. The JP works out in the beginning, and we do find the throw, so we've got ourselves at least established here for Marvelo.
Gets the pickup off of the Gamma Blade, the burst comes out to RedDitto, and punishing the 6P gets the burst back from Marvelo. Oh, there's that 5H. Such a good button.
Oh, had the right idea with the throw there. It does get the OTG after the 2K2D, though.
Trying to whiff punish. But unfortunately doesn't make it. 6P through and gets the combo. Doesn't quite fully finish.
Okay. Pick up again after the Rekka. Just goes for the tap dust. It's just that easy. No reason to extend it any farther, and blah, laser it out.
No, this Ramlethal champion. Ramlethal Valentine.
Oh, looking for more of the same. Off the rope, definitely liking it. Again, trying to keep that uptime as much as possible. You can cheese out a lot of turn stealing mix-ups in those moments if you have the rope.
Mondo coming out, 6P on the far slash, right through the wall too. Marvelo in a strong position at the moment. But first, getting really close to being built for RedDitto.
Oh, sliced on through. No, the super doesn't connect. Okay, please be alive after this. Yeah, okay, Mordobato still gonna be good.
No.
I'm always worried.
2/3 of the damage gone. Well, with the usage of the swords not coming back, the Mordobato does get a little weaker on average.
Oh, I love the idea with the air throw there. Recognize we were too far for the rock as well. Matchup and situational awareness for Marvelo, as well as no hesitation, is able to buy back around here, but RedDitto still dominating in this position.
Oh, there's the DP coming out. Finds the opportunity. We have heavy swords still on the way back. We're going to be able to get the knockdown here, and Marvelo on offense. This is where we like to be. The IB able to push them back, and now RedDitto's going to go coast to coast, corner to corner. A wall stick? Only one sword on the Motobato.
Wow, but is able to get the connection straight back into the Super. Both of the lasers, maximum damage. There you go for the finish.
Axel was definitely not running tournaments back in the Exert days.
Oh no, listen, we're fighting for our lives, so we needed that DP. Oh, dude.
Anyways, we have MFCR coming up and SYMPHUUKAI, some top 8 staples here at TNS. Oh, not to mention the TNS sponsored MFCR. Leo, another character, got some very interesting changes. His dash block isn't technically as strong, but still quite strong. And the changes to back turn to the Brynhilder stance, I think definitely a buff for him. And definitely something that would make him a lot more fun to play.
Yeah, this character is a couple quality of life changes, like some minor fixes from being a monster once again. I think it's still pretty good even in the current state. As you see, finds the overhead, keeps it aggressive, and is able to almost get it, but the axe kick misses. This should punish though.
Oh, it's close, but not quite. Just that extra travel time allowing SYMPHUUKAI to land and faultless defense out of danger. Oh, here come the girls, Nostrovia. Are we gonna take the corner? Oh, the burst comes back. MFCR flexing their chest.
Okay, here, Stain State reapplied. I love the double jump, and I love the 5P. I also think that since your opponent's too far away to even possibly bait that burst, I think that's a really, really nice burst from MFCR. If you can win that round, you definitely get your burst back. And even if you don't, there's a solid chance you get it back in these moments here. Already back to 50%. Even if we had lost the round, we'd still be in good shape here.
Yeah, MFCR definitely someone that's just so confident with the way they make decisions. It's hard to doubt them. Oh, and then there's the updated combos coming out. Calamity 1, it hits behind you. Ooh.
Again, OTG goes for the run through. Burstos come through. Oh, he thought the burst was going to corner us again, but no, instead.
Yeah, that's that additional forward movement on the turbulence coming out.
Arbiter sign with the Stain State applied. Easy closeout from there. SYMPHUUKAI doing a great job here as we take it back to around a piece.
Gets the block on the 2D, throwing himself at you. Something that's very impressive by the players like SYMPHUUKAI, IDOM, the Testament players, is they make Testament look so fast.
Oh yeah, it's definitely one of those characters. Feels like cement shoes when you first start playing it, and then once you kind of get the understanding, things start to come together here.
Catches the backdash with the back turn S, and we're gonna be able to get these mix-ups going. We blocked the overhead. MFCR, I think, a little bit wary of YRC or even a Calamity 1, but here's the Nostrovia. We're set up for the Stain State. Full screen. 5K comes out the stop sign.
Yeah, and those little micro dashes from MFCR to get aggressive, build a touch of meter, and avoid Arbiter sign are obviously very, very strong. But SYMPHUUKAI understands the matchup and understands the spacings there. And you could see in those last moments when MFCR was taking those big step, those chunk step forwards, and then that little step back to not overcommit too far forward, SYMPHUUKAI was also eating up space to get closer. It's one of those you are messing up the spacing without letting your opponent know as much as possible, and then you're just close enough to when he goes for the jump scare, have that reaction with the 5K ready. That was really, really clean from both.
I just realized the names. We have SSJ4, Gogeta, and Base Kaba.
We cannot lose to Base. Listen, for the Saiyan race, we cannot lose to Base Kaba. Gogeta has to take the victory.
That's Super Saiyan 4. And they didn't exist in the same universe as Kaba. Unless they brought it back after the tournament power. I haven't watched it.
It is not from the same universe, but listen. Saiyan Pride doesn't have to make sense across the universes.
We are confirmed multiverse. This is there are more than one universes in Dragon Ball.
Nice little overhead. Gets this wall stick. Hard knockdown comes through. I like it.
We're going in. So PRC comes away. Oh, great response. MFCR definitely looking at the screen. Holy jeez.
Wow. That's able to get the closeout off of it. Huge stuff here with burst still intact for both players. And right away, MFCR with the 2K and is able to eat up the defense afterwards, but there's the burst.
Puff your chest out. Say how you mean. Tell us how you feel. Oh, I was so scared that I was going to kill. SYMPHUUKAI's got a sliver of life left. This is not a position you want to be in versus not only Leo, but MFCR.
Yeah, MFCR, absolutely relentless, is one of the best players at being able to temper their aggression. They know when to go full pedal to the metal, and they know when to let off the gas just enough to make the turn, but then, you know, gas it straight back as soon as we get back on the straightaway. They're so good at keeping control while staying that aggressive. To the untrained eye, it looks like they're just holding W, but they have like the perfect amounts of gaps to make you feel like you have time to do things.
Yeah, MFCR is like wily, but in the perfect way possible.
Oh, 100% agree.
And is so good at keeping you on your toes. And that's something that's so important in fighting games. And we saw him with an empty jump flash kick as well. Oh my gosh.
See, that's the thing too. Can I make a Haikyuu reference at you? Will you get a Haikyuu reference? If not, I'll make it to the chat.
I'm not gonna understand. You can say tell it to chat.
Listen, we're on guest monster status. Sometimes he jumps the wrong direction, but you know he's still jumping for the block and he still gets there. You know what I'm saying? He's there. Even when those flash kicks go astray, it's one of those moments.
No, he is the guest monster. Got me scared. His dash blocks are working so well too. Gets the 2K, that's the classic. That's the classic. Testament's 2K is so good.
The hit is really, really strong and is able to close out the round because of it there. The Succubus able to eat up the rest of the space. Now just about having the burst back for MFCR.
Just barely too far for that far flash to connect. But now we're still steadily pushing MFCR back to the corner. SYMPHUUKAI maintaining such powerful control here.
GG, stay reapplied. Again, harassing with the normals at the perfect spacing. Frame traps there with the unholy diver, but a flash kick is able to turn things on its head. 100-meter on the side of SYMPHUUKAI, but we might not get to spend it here. There's going to be one more guess after the wall break, but no, we get a restand in another mix.
Oh, there's the YRC coming out, just trying to stay alive in this round. But luckily, SYMPHUUKAI, another round to give if they need it. A little juice on that, and there's the super coming out in reversal.
Oh no, thought FD was gonna buy them enough room. TP from so far. Are you aware of the distance you were from them, MFCR?
Distance don't matter. He's a heat-seeking missile. Coming in, there's the clean pickup. Stain reapplied at full screen as well. Burst still available, and the such great control SYMPHUUKAI is putting the fists to him right now. Stain applied as well. This is a great position for SYMPHUUKAI. Oh, what a throw! Even if the throw didn't kill, we had the Stain pop as well. And that's the new buff that gives Testament a little bit of extra reach too. And SYMPHUUKAI, another one on the board versus MFCR.
Yeah, and that was a big moment. SYMPHUUKAI recognized that MFCR had to make a big guess of some kind, wasn't in back turn, and that seemed like, I mean, if you're just following the logic of the next thing to try and get a big reward, that seemed like the correct option there. SYMPHUUKAI, again, just looking well practiced in the matchup and reading. Our court vision is really, really clear right now. We're seeing the field well.
Yeah. I mean, these players I'm sure have played countless times. They're definitely top 8 regulars here on TNS, on Paragon Line, on Fly Fighters.
Oh yeah. I say once you break into that upper echelon, you get into that like top 32 type of range, you just have so much experience, get so many of these players across all these wonderful brackets throughout the week.
Oh, the dash with the back turn far slash coming out. There's that movement. He's so fast.
Kick doesn't connect though. Still doing damage, taking Chipp. 2K 2D wins the day in that moment. MFCR trying to generate that game 5.
back on the throw attempt here. SYMPHUUKAI trying to just keep their space controlled. MFCR in that perfect range to jump scare with a bit of action here. And the 6H counter hit turns into a wall, turns into the hard knockdown. There goes the projectile, and 75% of the health bar deleted.
Oh, we actually do get access to our burst though, and I love this. Finally, in the end of the moment, in the 11th hour, pulling out that fireball just a little bit, but 100 meter now. SYMPHUUKAI, gotta be careful.
Spectacular defense. We're just trying to escape here. Gets the dash cancel with the back turn parry. We're going for a hard knockdown. SYMPHUUKAI is so close to returning the favor here and tying it up on rounds.
Keep the plastic though. Oh, we actually stay. I love the spacing from SYMPHUUKAI, so smart. No, and the flash kick comes on the second mix up there. We burst still.
Oh no. Oh no. What happened again? Oh, the very first round that we saw between these two happened in almost the exact same way.
Jesus, MFCR holds on to the burst until the very last moment. I guess he was, well, I don't know if he was running the numbers or what, but at the most pixel of pixels, finally bursts.
He's baiting SYMPHUUKAI into a sense of safety. He's thinking, oh man, this MFCR guy, they're going to save their burst for the next round. Oh, okay. They're going to save it. Oh, and able to get the burst out just before the wall self next as well.
Had a nice idea with the 6P to try and go through the fireball, but Testament's fireball just move a touch too slow when you get to the later stage of them.
Oh, the defense on these crossbows have been so consistent. It does start up a little slower, I think. Or slows down at the end. It is slower in one of the sides. What are these combos? Oh my god, that was so cool.
Such a crazy extension in the mid screen. Testament gets caught T-posing against the wall, ends up dying out for it.
Defense got the instant block, but didn't react for a throw or anything.
Testament landed it, by the way, coming through with the prime. Appreciate you a lot. Thank you very, very much.
2K, it's so low. Goes for the safe jump, but the backdash ends up avoiding it. Confirmation, the counter at 2P, catching the overhead from back turn.
Juicy Duel is coming through as well. Our head TO, my goat, coming through with the prime. Thank you very much.
Oh, the jump cancel BRC. I got hit too, dude. I had no idea what side that was coming on. MFCR takes it. 2 quick ones after a 2-1 lead and moves on to top 8.
Absolutely securing that spot.
Unbiased ear, I believe we've seen a few times in TNF's top 8 making deep runs in the likes of thirds, fourths, maybe a second. I'm not sure if they've taken a victory just yet.
And the Johnny, I mean, Johnny is a character, as you said, talked about in the patch for sure. Didn't get too many changes, just got one, and that one change is definitely a consequential one. Went from a top 5 contender to, well, still a top 5 contender. Johnny is very strong in the current version of the game.
Yeah, it's just the way that he's built at the moment. He's just so good at controlling the screen, especially with how fast he moves. And the way that his normals really control the space. And the armor has been just a non-factor here against Unbiased here, the way that they're using Johnny.
Jay is in the chat as we find the super, not quite enough to kill, but still is able to secure the chip. The photo finish for Unbiased here. Skip though, unfortunately, not able to get much going in the way of mix-ups in that last round, but now an opportunity to turn things around.
Just getting these mix-ups, the Garuda pressure. He doesn't move forward with the Kara Garudas anymore, but it's still just, because it doesn't push you back, it's functionally the same kind of pressure.
Yeah, very, very similar. Lost some, I feel like it's more just lost sauce rather than substance. I feel like a lot of the cool things he was able to do is still there, because I definitely, as a Potemkin player myself, it's a little sad to not get to do the Kara stuff because it was so fun to execute, but he's still there. The Potemkin I know and love is still in there.
That mix-up coming in, the instant overhead RC off of the Wall Assault. We get the knockdown to 3 slashes like Zoro. Tell us your name game. It's Johnny through the wall.
That was so smart. Gets the punish, and all of a sudden it's down to one guess. Distance closed, and we find the close slash, and of course we have to convert into it. Watch the movie. Up to the heavens, back to hell, and Johnny, oh, listen, return to sender. Mother Earth, take him back.
The postage pre-stamped on that one. Ooh, great usage of the vault. Very strong air-to-air option. Oh, not quite safe enough. That 5P just trying to get a little too close. And now we have the knockdown here.
Okay, love the throw, sets up the card break into the overhead. Oh, Johnny just gets so much value off of basically every situation. It's so hard to deal with the fact that he will just out mileage you. He is amazing at like a character length plus range. He's incredible at CQC when it's on his own terms, and he's not too bad at it himself when he's having to play it defensively. Obviously, he doesn't have a ton of super good defensive options, but we've seen Wake Up Overdrive, as well as if you're able to, you know, effectively FD and buy yourself enough room, the character has enough movement to be able to grind out, you know, back to neutral and be able to get back in that stand-up where he thrives.
Yeah, Johnny is definitely a character that is such a big fan of control, and so strong at the control that he provides. Not to mention one of the stronger snowball effects in the game, being able to set up these unreactable 50-50s that not only convert into combos, but maintain safety with the proper setup.
And not only that, but obviously last patch, you know, Johnny must have been lacking damage, because Sengen does more damage too! He's so good!
They up health across the board. They gotta keep damage so that it's the same game. Hey, Potemkin kills Chipp in 2 busters now.
He needs it. Oh, sorry. Nice use there of the card, is able to get the slice, gets stuck to the wall, and is able to get the break. Positive bonus back again.
Gets the knockdown too. Great awareness. The instant overhead gets blocked, but it's still our turn. The natural born gambler, just barely not fast enough on the draw there to get off the ground.
Oh, finally finds the raw buster. Good damage, distance closed, wakes up with a 5P mash though, and of course, 1 frame of armor is able to get into the pop buster, and even if you're able to buffle another move, we have the 2nd frame of armor waiting for you.
That 1 is all you need. For that 5H Wild Assault confirmation, great usage. They did make the 5H a little bit longer in the Season 3.5 patch. And a super, snowball incoming, avalanche. Let's see how Gifto has to respond to this.
I thought that was going to be the super into the left. Doesn't quite work out though. Looks for the air-to-air, but even if Potemkin is pressing very early in a moment like that, Johnny is dominant in that type of situation against the big man, and a perfect for Unbiased here.
Yeah, had that major look kind of set up, the card on the ground, and you just gotta guess. High, low, whatever we do, it's all coming up Johnny in that situation. I said it earlier, I'm not betting on a 50-50. Granted, sometimes I have to bet on a 50-50 because I play fighting games, but I'd rather not take those odds consistently.
Definitely understandably so. But here we go. Look for the flick right off the rip. Gets into a clash war, and since we're in range for 5P, of course we keep mashing it there. But with the Wild Assault, again, those unreactables finding their mark.
Guess able to set up there. Tries to get the 5D RC. Not quite close enough. Oh, we just kept going. We just kept going, and there's the 6K Buster, evening it up on damage. And getting the kill here, likely. We have another 50 if we need it.
Straight back in, but shouldn't be necessary. Absolutely more than enough. Listen, the chiropractor fully practicing now. S-Gift gets the damage. But again, we've seen them take this early lead and not be able to close out rounds here. Unbiased Ear has just been too consistent in these moments, even when we are occasionally getting mixed.
Yes, as long as Gifto is essentially able to land a Buster, that's the kind of round that goes in their favor. But Unbiased Ear is just doing such a good job at playing the control game, mixing up their time, their tempo, and getting these clean hits so quickly. But there's the RC into the Buster, establishing their offense. But Unbiased Ear just dashing away for their life.
And the RC to be able to get the anti-air had already committed to the JH there, was ready for an attempt at a cross-up.
That flick coming out. That flick is very strong this patch. What movement there. There's the 5D RC! Hey, look, an overhead. Psych!
Just so much to have to deal with there, and a great neutral jump at the round start as well. Everything coming up Johnny. Unbiased Ear with a great sequence. Oh, and just things from bad to worse for the Potemkin hero. Joker's trick to generate a hard knockdown, a positive bonus, and potentially a final guess for our life.
Oh, had the bar slash, but not the wherewithal to RC it. There's the instant low there off the Nsenga RC. Oh, get away from me! Get away! This is tough. This could be a Gifto W if they get it right, but Unbiased Ear guessing correctly in the end.
Oh, tries to close the distance again, and of course just gets the punish with the 2K2D. What a great block from winners as well. We talked a ton about Walter. SQ, a name that kind of speaks for itself at the current state of Guilty Gear, does so well online and continues to be a force to be reckoned with, one of the premier Ram scientists, as now we use that burst, get the corner pressure, and the Thor explosion.
Oh gosh, the Mirage through the sword? What a call out. Not to mention, I think that would have gone under both swords as well, because it does have that low profile hitbox.
Okay, SQ is able to restabilize though, taps the dust in time. With the sword explosion, is able to secure the kill there with the windshield wipers. Only one equipped though, so a little less damage.
There's that 2P confirmation of the cross-up with the fast RC that we saw earlier, in fact. Walter being a little wary of defensive options, but the fast RC right into Calvados, that's gonna kill SQ with a very confident motion to seal off that round.
Right away, taking to the skies as best we can. 6P gonna be the answer in a lot of these moments for SQ.
Throw tech. That is, the way that the swords work now, the Bayonettos work now, it basically enforces a mix-up, a strike throw, maybe even a 5D coming out. It's so impeccable, it's so powerful. The blade overhead.
Okay. This looks for the dash up, goes for the Rekka, sword throw ends up coming through, looks for the cross up here, and YRC actually secures us a corner position with control of the neutral, so a little bit of priority shown.
There's a clear gap in strength on when someone's blocking. There's just not as much fear to be had when a character like Millia is on defense. When Ram is touching you, whether you're being hit or blocking, it's just so much scarier.
No, definitely agreed. I feel like it's the difference in fear of blocking versus fear of mix-up, and it's just like so heavily skewed and in either, well, not even so heavily skewed in either direction on both, because obviously Ramlethal, a monster in the mix-up category as well, but like you said, it's not as terrifying in those block string moments, not able to garner nearly as much as respect as you would need to be able to be a bully in those moments.
Yeah, not to mention, Ram is the kind of character that doesn't need to hit you very much. That you get hit once and you're done for.
Especially as Millia, like you are just like, it is a semi-hitting like a bug. It is
hydrogen
really
bomb and coughing baby, dude.
Absolutely, it's really unfortunate to see sometimes, but you know, fellow cookie crumbles here as we go for the sword though, looks for the backdash, loving the structure of the pressure from SQ here as we tap the dust, find the hit, and should be able to secure that wall splat as we do.
one touch left on Walter's life bar, but we're starting the mix-up. Oh, and the forward slash comes out right after their own, puts another round on the board. SQ is looking so comfortable, and it just doesn't phase them when they get knocked down either. Walter seems to be, like, they hit SQ, and SQ has 50% tension, and Walter seems almost just as scared of SQ with the tension on defense as they are as SQ on offense.
No, 1000% agreed here, but still, you know, being able to stay in this one doesn't quite get the damage we were looking for there, but resets for the throw, trying to keep advantage, which is the most important thing. Rinse and repeat as we find that overhead again. This time it's 2K2D, and the Artemis does not kill.
When they had the tension, we're going to have to try and make it through, try and survive. The JH just coming in. Doesn't get the punish on landing frame. 6K overhead is plus on block. Trying to chip out with the Lust Shaker, and SQ makes it through, and it's going to get a wall break knockdown if we want it.
Yeah, the commitment to the Lust Shaker there just didn't quite work out the way that we envisioned. Now, the no sword Motobato still does good damage here. A pixel of life for SQ, but we're in control. Gets the flip over. Burst comes out and is baited. No. From bad to worse, everything comes up SQ.
Oh, poor Walter in that situation. I think the pre-buffer on Artemis and not anything like Winger or the projectile super just didn't come out, allowing SQ to survive, and now they're up 2-0. But who knows? We've seen this position a few times tonight. You never know.
It definitely is not out of the realm of possibility just yet. Let's see here. Dashing up, finds the throw in between the sword explosion. Massive stuff here. But Walter finally starting to look a little more aggressive there. That fear, that anticipation we talked a little bit about earlier, there was none of that in that movement we just saw.
Oh, the throw tech, and the sword was still out. Walter's still able to get a throw. The quick JH on the IAD back. If we go through the wall with another super, this ought to be dead.
No, not again. Don't let it happen, please.
Oh, the mash. It worked. That's 4 frames right there, buddy. JD coming down, bringing her to the ground. The staircase. And the burst comes out from Walter. Let's hope that we can build another one by the time this round is over. Should we go to a round 3, excuse me.
Super's able to break the wall, secure ourselves into this final round. Walter has to find a way to stay alive until this burst comes back here.
SQ's doing such a good job of keeping Walter out of the effective airspace. Walter's been up in that top corner on the opposite side, but that's just not much of a threat. And SQ just keeps Walter on the ground when it matters most.
In with the 5K. It was a touch too far for the 2D, but we didn't believe. With no swords though, SQ gets one back, manages to pick up the second, looking for the kill on the next interaction. There's the throw, but no RC, knew it wasn't gonna finish there.
Yeah, use it or lose it. The burst comes out. SQ is just playing the defensive game, but we get a pickup off the counter hit, and now a mix-up situation for Walter. Oh, doesn't get the actual damage off of the throw. Is this enough? It isn't quite. Here comes the Capel, catches the backdash with the close slash, and Walter puts a game on the board here.
That was nerve-wracking to see. Always one of the scariest things you can have happen is a little execution error like that. Not even necessarily an execution error, but just a timing error, as like a small misstep. Because you'll see that sometimes when people are going for the throw and they'll try to option select RCing to be able to keep themselves safe. So they'll just like input the throw and just plink the RC just in case. But you know, this is scary. This is scary.
This Ramlethal Valentine champion, dude. This Ram operative.
It's stressing me out.
We got another one to watch too. On the lower side of the winner's bracket. There's RedDitto. Oh, you're in block stun for so long. The Mirage comes out very well placed. We saw that earlier too.
Okay. Unfortunately, gets caught fighting Ghost a little bit there, swinging for the fences, can't find anything. Does get the cross up here with a close slash, but we're able to just escape. Artemis to be safe. Still finds a secondary mix-up though.
Yeah, that S Bayonetto coming down, I think some sort of anti-air attempt. It doesn't even clip Walter and allows them that punish to through the wall, giving them such a strong position here.
For the finish though. Walter looking to go to another decisive game 5 here. The air-to-air does come through. We're able to get a throw afterwards.
Ooh, gold burst. Gonna be able to get some positive bonus off of that one. Let's see how long it lasts, because brother, you're in dire straits right now.
Does have Meter to fight out in this moment though. And YRC, the sword still connects. Oh, when will the
SQ!
When will the pain subside? When will my family come home from war?
November 20th, man. November 20th.
So painful, dude.
They thought she needed it, right? Isn't that why she has it? Oh, Lost Shaker able to get a pickup with the red RC. Doesn't get the 6H to connect, but still ATG. Oh no. Please. Game, no, don't do it. I swear to God, I hope these two are still playing and it's just a spectator issue.
Hopefully it's just a spectator issue. We'll see. Are they both?
Wait. They both got disconnected.
So they're going to just restart fully. So they are just going to completely replay game 4 is our current situation now. So there was a disconnect to both players there while both players were still remaining in the lobby. So they talked it out. The options were to either try to recreate game state and play the final round or play the full game back, and they have agreed to play the full game back is our current situation.
It is a little inconvenient to try and play the last round, but I admire the strength of these players, the strength of will.
Here, dude, that has been so consistent. Walter is really, really good at being able to dodge out of that S sword throw.
Yeah, I think it's once we have the H Bayonetto out, we just kind of wait for a reset position, because there's not a lot that Ram can do to sort of stay, especially at a range where the Arrow Luma won't actually connect. Walter's moving with confidence here. Takes the hard knockdown. Positive meter bonus. Yeah, Ram's a little squishy, but not that squishy.
Oh, a little bit of a slowdown there off the BRC. Sword throw attempt. This is out on both of them there. Uses the rock to reset the pressure. Good air throw though. Recognizing that the turn was over at that point. No swords equals no throw equals no pressure. Get off me.
Red Wall Assault makes us push to the corner. There's the reversal throw. I think SQ just a little too close on the shimmy attempt. What a confirmation there. Corner to corner. This is the Millia play. This is the momentum. Oh, that was so much damage. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing.
But the triple wreck is on the dash cancels. PRC forward, and the jumping normal's just too good. Ram is able to completely destroy Millia. Oh, in that situation, not much to be done.
Whether we wanted it or not, we've recreated the game state.
Yeah, I mean, bursts are back, absolutely. But, you know, momentum feeling a little bit more SQ favored right now.
Well, look at this fly on the wall. Walter is untouchable at the moment. And right as I say it, of course.
Listen, the feet get blessed, but we're still okay. Burst is spent. 50% burst still for SQ. A wild assault probably in the future, which we are going to spend right away.
Oh, poke out. It traded with the explosion as well, trying to throw off of the Mirage. 5 feet anti-air. We're going to go through the wall off of this. Unless we drop the combo. Oh, spectacular block on the instant overhead off the backdash BRC, and there's the third hit of the Rekka to seal it out, and SQ takes it 3-1 over Walter and moves.
True, okay. I see someone in the chat, by the way, say, I'm new to tournaments, but I play Strive quite a bit. Should I compete here sometimes? Absolutely, yes. Definitely, whether here at TNS or at one of the other online brackets that happen throughout the week, you definitely should. One nice thing about TNS specifically is we do have a redemption bracket. So if you go 0-2 or 1-2, you're entered into another bracket, so you get even more tournament experience. So especially if you're newer and you want to just get your feet wet, this is a great place to do it. Definitely check it out.
Not to mention free tournaments, as well as some free meter gain off of this positive meter bonus here for MFCR. But the reversal throw gets the backdash caught by RedDitto here. MFCR stuck against the corner, gets the throw once more. On to pick up, able to get the Mortabato. Not quite both swords applied.
Oh, after the super, and the just block, the defense holds up so well for RedDitto there. He's able to get the cut through, take the first round. Have that big advantage going into the later stages of this. Wild Assault spent right away from MFCR, but another throw punish.
Yeah, both of these players very consistent across all of our Guilty Gear Strive tournaments throughout our Strive's history, really. So you know that these players are going to be really, really pushing each other.
Oh, jump in, great damage here. Should be able to secure the closeout, not quite, just a throw's worth of health left, but we BRC forward, wants to be the aggressor.
Be able to go through the wall here, decides not to. We get the mix-up potential, YRC blocked, and tied up on rounds here. The way that MFCR just throws out these pokes is so incredibly consistent. They know their ranges so well, whether it's far slash heavy slash 2S, but right now they're back against the wall, tries to dash block, but the H Bayonetto pushes you through, and the Mortabato to get the hard knockdown as well.
Yeah, that was with the wrist gauge so cranked as well. Not much to be done here. Has to burst. It's one of those moments. As we said before, I'd rather see you get put on a poster than not jump at all. Gotta do something to stay active. Make them prove they've got the burst bait. And RedDitto always has those on deck. That's a game on the board and one step closer to potentially setting up the mirror match at winners.
Oh yeah. And that Sabrabato, the sword slam, it has so much hit stun. I swear you are frozen in the air for like 2 seconds when you get hit by that. RedDitto had all the time in the world on that RC, I swear.
Okay. Up to start here, already getting back into the corner a bit. Good use of the DP as well as the Wild Assault, but again, these run-throughs have just proven to be ineffective. RedDitto's reaction time has been fantastic.
These situations with the guard crush are just so oppressive. We saw SQ use it so well. RedDitto's doing just the same and leveraging it for another round victory off that hard knockdown.
Oh, okay.
Spectacular instant blocks.
Damn. Windshield Wipers come through again, but here we go. The flash kick, very nice.
Gets the low overhead. Mix-up situation once more. Blocks the overhead. These IBs from RedDitto are proving dastardly.
So yeah, just one of those defensive things you have to have on tap to be able to be effective against Leo. Mr. Whitefang back to the corner again. Max range connection. Love the combo routing there with the one sword. Things get really, really awkward when you get a long range touch and one of your swords is gone. So using the Wild Assault, able to get the jump and the full combo afterwards. That is so sick from RedDitto.
Yeah, spectacular awareness too. The charge Wild Assault giving a little bit of extra launch time, using the counter hit, and then definitely knowing your roots. Something that really elevates you as a player and pushes you to these final situations in these later stages of the bracket is being able to convert stray hits like this into a knockdown, into a mix-up situation, and turning it into more and more in your favor.
RedDitto on the verge of maybe being able to just close this out. 3 games in a row. 3 games and a handshake would be the optimal situation against MFCR, because you can't give this guy room to adapt. But again, the run-throughs continue to just not find the mark here. The just blocking, the IBFDs from RedDitto are world-class right now.
I swear, this defense is really just pushing him over the edge. I think MFCR is a little awestruck with how RedDitto is just able to push them out. More Tabata whiffs. They accidentally got just the 1 quarter circle. Oh, but it still comes out.
Nice trade. I mean, a good trade to find a knockdown there, but unfortunate trade because you just don't have the life to be trading here. Burst does come out from RedDitto, and again, you just don't have the resources to have that type of interaction occur. RedDitto's on set point.
Yeah, but they are on basically 0 burst now. Using that to seal out their previous round to get them to this position. The shimmy into the wall break with the back turn projectile super. Oh my god! Oh, and finally it connects! I swear, MFCR is back-to-back against players that are so good at defending against the H cross through.
Oh, just like that time, just go for triple back dash, just get me out of there. Parry to avoid the sword throw, a little left-right action, it does find the connection again.
That super does so much damage. First available, goes for the throw tech and the RC to bait.
He just moonwalks out of there. I respect it. Just taps the 1 jab, baits out the throw, PRC to be able to get the burst as well. Just checking off all the boxes. Listen, it's closing time. We're just, you know, going down the list, making sure all the lights are off, all the everything's turned off. We're all good to go. Before you send it in, lock up.
Going through the checklist. Gotta put everything away before we close for the night. Burst included. Put that one back. Put that one back in the closet.
Oh, dude. All right, well, back to it again. We'll see if we're able to, stay successful here. 2K is the round opening, and it does get all the way to the wall now. Even with the just block, isn't able to keep himself from getting pressed into the corner, and more Tabata for 50%.
Yeah, electing to use that 50% tension early to make sure that burst does not matter. And it doesn't look like it's going to... Oh, when it comes out? Mid-sentence, MFCR is proving me wrong. Oh, but this is such a strong position here. RedDitto near full burst gauge on set point once more. Very different than the second round we saw in the previous game.
The whiff punish there did find the overhead. Able to re-establish back turn and throw the fireball to take the hard knockdown.
With a fuzzy jump coming out. Instant block fuzzy jump attempt. Just keep going, just keep going. The dash cancel Rekkas. What's another one?
Oh, no, but the sword, dude, no. Come on. If I'm MFCR, I'm throwing my controller across the room. That is so frustrating. We're in this, though.
I mean, look at the resolve on this man. You still get the kill off of that, too. Oh, my God.
Diver. So it covers a lot of normal jump height stuff, which is perfect for covering the rope. So you'll see pretty often, I'm expecting to happen, we'll go for the Grave Reaper, Fireball comes out right before the actual Succubus appears, then we'll kind of entice a jump, make them block, get that Stain Seed applied, kind of cheat it out in these interesting spots.
We're playing this whiff punish game. We got the Symphion in the background? I like the Symphion. Go through the wall.
Yeah, I was gonna say all that interesting fireball metagame that I talked about doesn't matter at all if Marvelo is able to stay this aggressive, keep this close, and be able to put this kind of pressure onto SYMPHUUKAI.
Marvelo playing very cognizant of the YRC and waiting for SYMPHUUKAI to use their gauge on faultless defense before they reestablish their pressure. And SYMPHUUKAI very patient on defense, but still Marvelo an overwhelming force when they get started. Oh, and they made it over the H projectile.
Wow, distance closed in the nastiest way. He's going to run on the rope once again, but a nice little trade there.
Trying to use that heavy slash as a bit of a poke out, dashes through the Arbiter sign, the burst comes out, and SYMPHUUKAI trying to play that neutral again, but heavy slash getting the anti-air there. We don't have a super, so it's not going to kill, but still hefty damage done on SYMPHUUKAI.
Coming off the wall in the most effective way. Does get the chomp with the Arbiter sign. Throw is secured, and now looking for the finish here with 100 meter. Definitely kills on any interaction.
Jumps out. The throw RC is not enough. Falls down with the jumping dust. Marvelo takes this first game.
I was thinking we might have, we're going to commit another 50 meter to another RC, because you see that pretty often is people get into like RC wars because you get slowed down by your opponent's RC. In response, you slow them down with your own and be able to reestablish a little bit of space so you have a better interaction. And a lot of the times you'll see people dump 100 meter into these awkward, weird chase downs of slow BRC runaways.
Getting hit sucks in this game, dude.
Yeah.
Getting hit hurts. I do not blame people for spending their tension in such a way that they do not get hit.
Yeah, I mean, that is like the lifeblood of Guilty Gear, right? 50 meter to break the rules. Definitely what you gotta do to stay alive.
Takes some time to just put up the tightrope. Oh, gets up, falls right down. Dude, these confirmations are so fun looking.
And combo routing for this character definitely looks very interesting now when we're able to have the rope applied. And now, go for the cross up there, looks for the low afterwards. Not quite going to work out as we exchange YRCs. And Marvelo with a life and meter lead is happy to exchange YRCs and find a perfect.
Yeah, YRC, very strong defensive tool, putting you in your opponent in a guard crush situation. You're like plus 10 or something crazy. DG with the stain applied, getting through these normals, but Marvelo still not committing, just trying to play it nice and safe. Very, very intelligent chip conservation.
Wow, the thinking man's DP as well as we able to get the full connection there off of the bonsai rope extension.
Every time I see something with the tightrope, I'm just so impressed. It looks so new.
I love getting to see these new extra extensions here. OTG 2D didn't connect, but still wouldn't have killed. As we get that, that's just a clean hit, not even a trade. 6P finds its mark, and Marvelo looking to try and get out of this one in a hurry. SYMPHUUKAI fighting off of the ropes, but I mean, to be expected, I feel like in this matchup, a Testament trying as hard as possible. I mean, Chipp is effectively a swarm of bees. Like, what can you really do to get away from him?
I mean, he's definitely that squirrely kind of erratic flight pattern that you see. But Marvelo's just understood how to control the chaos in such a fine manner.
There and lands on the fireball. That's so unlucky.
Yeah, the Arbiter sign beat out the tightrope set, it looked like. What a projectile! Goes with the shuriken. What a confirmed! That was one hit! Out here like third strike, holy cow!
Time to take advantage afterwards here. Nice little cross up, definitely working out well. Goes for the clone for the needy, as we see so often, and now after the fast RC, more of the same.
All this pressure, all of this meter spent, and SYMPHUUKAI just blocking it all. Turning it into neutral, the 6P comes out, and we're able to establish a presence. Just not quite a kill. Oh, we're in such a good position, and right when I say that, the air dash goes right over the Unholy Diver. Brave gets the cross up, trying to bait first. The 6P comes out, and SYMPHUUKAI takes the round.
Oh, trade there. Just Luck try and not get pushed too far out. And Love just threatening with 6 Ps. But again, that upward fireball, the initial hitbox doing such good work to be able to keep them out.
Great distance use of the Resho. SYMPHUUKAI advances on defense. Gets the double overhead on the JD. The throw, no RC necessary. Seals it up and takes the game. It's 2-1 now. The winner of this is off to fight Walter in the next round.
And SYMPHUUKAI coming back from the brink of despair. Marvelo speed ran game 2 after a hearty fight back and forth of game 1. Your base combo can continue the terror that we've been able to see, push this maybe to another game 5. It's been a lot of game 5s throughout the entire day today.
Oh, this is a great start. Great start here for Marvelo. No hard knockdown available, but still, positive meter bonus is such a valuable resource in this game. Oh, right over the Unholy Diver, and then 6H low crushes the 2K.
Super. The Mirage once again, believe it.
Kage no Bunshin Jutsu coming out.
P2D charge the fireball, and Marvelo lets the turn steal go, and unfortunately has to burst for it here, but it's still alive, which is all that matters. While we're alive, we're able to find the hit and the rope run for, again, new optimal confirms.
The tightrope confirms off of RC. They look incredibly consistent, and they do so much corner carry. Plus, they look sick as hell. The 2K going underneath the 5H there.
And Wild Assault's gonna go straight into the super. The Succubus come through. Should be 1 Arbiter sign to be able to get that extra damage.
Electing to just go for something a little consistent and very safe on the hard knockdown. But now the throw reversal, Marvelo has SYMPHUUKAI fighting out of the corner. Oh, not high enough. The Calamity won.
Oh, okay. A little run sauce definitely work out. 6P gets the trade in terms of the life totals, though. Again, Marvelo just didn't have enough to work with.
Stop trade right there. JS cross up. Burst coming out early. SYMPHUUKAI just wants to play that neutral game. What a character to play it. Testim is so strong when they have the range, but Marvelo's movement, especially with the tightrope on backup, is closing the distance and closing down the life bar bit by bit. It's hard knockdown time, and Marvelo firmly in the driver's seat.
Okay, there's the throw. SYMPHUUKAI guessing for your life in the next moment here. YRC is going to be the choice. Tried to bait out the YRC response. It looked like there. It's just going to be OTG Fireball on a couple attempts to anti-air.
No success on getting Chipp down to the ground, but still we get the tension to seal it out just in the nick of time. Marvelo takes it 3-1, is off to fight Walter in the next round of top 8.
When you're talking about anime games and Guilty Gear, we're talking about just fighting games in general. The things Jack does on defense to earn turns back feel like cheating sometimes. It's crazy to watch.
Yeah, Jack has probably some of the most consistent instant blocks that I've seen across Guilty Gear. It's truly impressive. Oh, there's that success.
Yeah, but with that burst off the table, like you said, plenty of time to be able to gain it back here. Lolo already gets the wall stick. This is going to be nearly 50% of the burst back, but unfortunately he's going to have to deal with a devastating mix-up after the Deus Ex.
Ooh, backdashes, burst spent, trying to keep their offense going, and there's the throw. This is going to kill here with the super, yeah. This is such a great Guts Crush. It's got something like 20 hits, and it just keeps on going. Not to mention the minimum damage off the wall.
100%. And the burst point there was incredible too, because with that behemoth hitting, being able to use your security gates to cancel into the second behemoth, we would have gotten a side switch. That would have been cornered. Jack was dead. Like, not dead from damage, but dead like you're not guessing correct against Goldlewis in the corner in that moment.
Great usage of the 862 to keep them on the ground here.
Look at the life bar. Look at your life bar.
What an instant block of the JKD. I was just talking about this. Jack is still impressing me. I said it. I knew it was going to come.
Once again, Deus Ex comes through. Black Sensei with the raid. Appreciate you. Hope you had a good stream.
It's a one mix-up situation. Basically a one touch. Gets the fuzzy and the wherewithal to bait the burst. Comes on through Jack. One quick one.
Yeah, I mean, decisive things from Jack the whole way through. Able to, you know, set up for the mix-up wherever we needed to and just apply the exact correct amount of pressure to keep Lolo off their, you know, off their toes and kind of in a backpedal for most of the matchup there. So we can, you know, maybe recreate the magic one more time. Jack doing all the, just doing everything correctly at this stage of the match so far.
Yeah, we got calling back to that Jack versus Aboii matchup you were mentioning, we got a high impact knockdown Lolo did to throw in the one assault. But Jack's defense just really quickly weathered that storm. Spending a security gauge for that one. Playing that mid-range game. We're trying to play footsies here. There's no zoning.
Gets so many bullets back in the chamber. Uses the super focus as well. No way to generate a hard knockdown, but that's okay. Going back to neutral with a positive bonus is a win enough. And trades with the opening hitbox of Skyfish.
Oh, that J2K. I really thought that launch was a bit of a nerf to Happy Chaos personally, but this pogo stick is working out so well for trades.
It definitely has unlocked some forbidden routing for him, depending on how the situations go for sure.
We had that 5D off drift RC, shades of Tiger Pop on that one.
Just for the air-to-air, but Jack not those types to move forward in a moment like that without reason. Gets the drone and uses that full drone walk-up to just reload the gun.
He backdashed against Goldlewis in the corner. Like, that was brave. Constructed uniquely. Knockdown situation. Gets the 1080 PRC.
Sets up the drone once again. Runs on through. Is able to eat up the scapegoat. But unfortunately, it doesn't matter here. One bullet left in the chamber. And we do find the knockdown on the cross-up.
BRC overhead. Oh, you're dead. You're dead. Bye-bye.
And that's the thing too. When you have to make that many consecutive guesses, Jack had a crazy block on the double low there. White Wild Salt turns the knockdown.
Oh, he did the low twice. The 842. Dude, what? Where's the health?
Headbanger. Distance. Tries to go for the throw again. A little messy for Lolo here. We're gonna burn it down.
A hint here, 2P, no OTG to seal it out. 5D completely out of range, but now Jack here with resources recouped and now having to fight against with no bullets.
Oh my god. Down backing that entire string, by the way, was insane work from Lolo. That was actually nutty to block everything there. But unfortunately now, another hard knockdown.
Oh, this is gonna do it! Lolo had the tension, but they were too scared to use it, whether it's YRC or reversal super. It's hard to choose your opportunities correctly, and Jack using the incredible mix-up power of Happy Chaos to really turn that to his favor, despite having gone down on so much life.
Absolutely massive here. And Lolo, the opportunities are there. We generated that one big knockdown in the corner and we were able to snowball. It's just, how do you actually get that knockdown?
Duel 1.
Yeah, the knockdown is so important, but the neutral that comes up from Jack has just been so great.
Never mind. That's how you get the knockdown. Just rounds up Behemoth. Who cares? Who's getting the score don't matter.
Well, I think he was confident of getting the wall stick there and still had the time to bait burst on the reload. This is such a good position for Jack. Full resources and a full burst. Able to punish the 1080 PRC too. Just not afraid of a reversal.
Chaos X might just be enough to seal the deal. Honestly and truly, I thought we were going to just try and throw the curveball and get defensive here, but instead we close the distance a bit to try and get the finish and almost die ourselves for the trouble.
Honestly, I would consider this a win for Lolo moving into the next round. Jack has no burst left, and Lolo has full burst, whereas we're going to have a few more opportunities to try and play this. Oh, the jump back JP this time, too. Oh, gosh.
Here we go. I mean, these are those moments for Lolo that you have to have. Gets the 2P, gets the conversion, takes the kill, takes the round. A perfect in response.
And he's still ahead on burst, too.
Yeah. And it's one of the strengths of these characters that kill you so fast without needing to stick you to the wall. They don't need to generate those hard knockdowns. They'll just do it mid-screen. They'll do it in 2 hits.
Here comes the Deus Ex. We're full stock on bullets. Half of our focus gauge available, but the focus buff still active. What? That was such a goofy mix-up. And the burst bait! Dude, Jack is just someone else.
That sequence is just so unfair to have to deal with, especially as the big body. Goldlewis taking up a lot of screen real estate, and it's just more room to get mixed, more room to roam. Jack gets 3 in a row.
He-Ho, we saw He-Ho earlier, making a lot of really great placements for these players. And we still see him. Walter's still around. Walter was the one to send Jack to losers. But right now, we have some incredibly fast characters on screen. Incredibly mobile. Oh, the Shuriken actually working out.
Marvelo is the best. I mean, not many people actually even try to use it, but Marvelo finds such an effective way to use that Shuriken so often. It's crazy how much mileage he gets off of that little projectile that at one point was just like a guaranteed missed input or your opponent was trolling.
Yeah, the Shuriken is definitely something that you don't see too often. Oh, great rising JK. That was an incredibly smart defensive option from Walter there. Walter still access to burst if we want to use it. Here's the overhead on the rush show, and we're saving our resources into the next round.
Have plenty of time to confirm in a moment like that. Match distance. RH still good here. We're able to get the contention after the disc. I love that new low compel route.
Such a beautiful combo. Into positive meter bonus. We still have a lot of room to work with. Marvelo seems very eager to use the tightrope. Whether or not it's a good move, I'm still unsure of. It definitely has some really high highs though.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the idea is just to, as aggressively as possible, make sure you have the uptime for it. But yeah, it's to be seen how often you need to actually be able to access it when you do just set it up.
The important factor to consider is whether or not you can set it up at all. And Marvelo's just playing that whiff punish chip game really allows him the space to set it up in the first place.
Gets that super set up. It's going to be a volatile left-right mix-up here for the next section.
Same side overhead, double overhead. The burst came out, and Walter is just playing that mid-range game now. Ooh, yes, that rising JS. Not quite enough. Missed the combo on the way down. Oh, there's that 5K. Doesn't get the full combo. Plus frames off the Gamma Blade and seals it up.
Sneaking the low end, being able to, secure the victory the way that we need to here. 1-0. Marvelo definitely looking strong as always. I mean, it feels like it feels like Marvelo's already got a good grasp on how often the rope needs to be up, how often we need to get aggressive here, and clearly has had experience in this matchup here, even in these newer seasons, because it's looked ready for basically everything Walter has thrown so far. Not to say that Walter has looked underprepared. Walter has also been extremely ready and extremely aware for a ton of the situations coming up. It's just Marvelo just keeping a step ahead, right? You could be more correct.
Yeah, I think it's all about these knockdown situations. Walter was able to take it in the second round of the previous game, mostly off of one hit, but Marvelo is just playing this neutral incredibly well, so it's so hard to get that hit in the first place. That's a burst with low health. We'll have to see if it pays off.
Oh, it's looking like the answer might be no. A pixel. And we'll do it now. A throw, a trade. Looks for the air-to-air. I love the idea in the back hitbox of the DP, dude. Chipp with the traps.
I think that hit the JH on the way down, the little balls and chain coming down off of her hair. Yeah, while the high-drop has been a solid approach tool, I think at such a distance, Walter seems incredibly aware of how and when Marvelo wants to use it.
And Millia is the type of character that absolutely has the freedom in the air to be able to just go up and meet Chipp, as you see right there. It's a great example of it right off the rip.
Ooh, the extra overhead with the bad moon, something very hard to expect, allows them to seal it out. We're basically tied. We've got 75% and 95% of burst left on the table. There's the backdash. Iron Savior. Oh, I have to wonder if that was mashing DP rather than Recto.
Oh, okay. One hit Rekka doesn't work out.
Getting on the tightrope and then right off. Oh, catches them counter hit, trying to set the rope up, and Walter ties it on games.
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the dangers of having your approach tool like that be at that height. It is the perfect height for Millia close slash, which just combos into itself and is like the one true party starter for this girl.
Oh yeah, that close slash is such a fantastic button. Not to mention, it goes incredibly high.
Yes,
And Chipp is, I wouldn't call Chipp necessarily an airborne character, but with all the options that he has access to in the air, it's a good tool to have. Is a strong anti-air. It just comboed into itself. The Iron Savior 2-hit combo.
Dude, and just look at the life total here. Nothing else to write home about. A clean finish and a perfect for Walter on the run-up.
Not to mention, it didn't stick against the wall because of that wall bounce, which means that Marvelo didn't get that extra burst gauge back. These mix-ups. This is some footsies right here going on.
And the cross-up finally did come through, able to utilize that jump S to great effect. The super in the air is able to make the connection here, and I think it's just enough. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the wall stick allows for a little bit of extra burst gauge. We're once again in a similar position going into this last round. And every time we see the tightrope go up, Walter's ready, just trying to do rising JK. Oh, got it super early. Tries to bait the burst. Bust Shaker trying to chip a little bit.
Trying to find the air-to-air. Dude, again, the air-to-air is just a masterful timing there. JS on the way down blocks the burst after the dash in. A flawless sequence in the end from Walter to take the kill and put us down to what could be the final game of Marvelo's tournament run.
Yeah, Walter has proven incredibly strong whenever we've seen them on stream. It was 3-0 against against nionnex. Ended up being 3-2 against Jack to qualify for winner side top 8. And who knows, it could have been a 3-2 to end it up against SQ. And we may be poised to see Walter move on into the rest of the bracket, but Marvelo's fighting back with a color change on to color 16, I want to say.
Oh, unfortunately, color 16 does not help him block overheads because JH connects right away.
Use the Sin City chip enough right here.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
same side. Using the FD to make it just a little bit shorter on the air dash as well. Ooh, look at this tricky movement. So hard to deal with, coming down that JP counter hit on the noggin. That takes it, Walter, 1 round up and set point.
The APM on the rush down, on the mix up, just so much visual noise to have to deal with in a moment like that.
Yeah, both of these characters very good if you want to press a lot of buttons. There's a knockdown. Right with the super. Positive meter bonus knockdown applied. We've seen a lot of really tricky left-right situations here from Marvelo here. Gold Burst came out as well. Yeah, whether or not Walter wins this round, that's definitely a win, getting the burst. Oh, the super, is this gonna kill? This is awfully close if it doesn't.
Yeah, I think even without the shatter, it is enough, absolutely. So now, okay, Marvelo. Game 5 on the horizon. Can we make it happen? JK, definitely a good start.
See that same side cross back through a few times. Coming up, Mirage able to throw out of the dash block. Empty low, we're turning this into a very tricky situation. This is Walter firmly in the driver's seat, just trying to get this slowly but surely, mix by mix. Oh, this is gonna be close. If we get to the wall, that's gonna do it. It doesn't matter. Walter with a perfect moves on to losers semifinals. Yeah, MFCR and Jack, these players have fought numerous times. TNS or not, online brackets, I'm sure these players would not be able to count the amount of games that these two have played. Oh, the 2S trades with the heavy slash. Oh, this is footsies right here. That's that extra forward movement on the turbulence, allowing it to combo a lot easier.
Full sequence shaking out completely in our favor, goes straight into the wild assault. The pillar makes the turnaround work out, and we get the OTG for the extra damage. 33% of your life. Right off the top, as well as we have that positive bonus ticking.
The instant block's just not enough to keep MFC off of you. Oh, this little swipe. Jack is willing to press buttons.
Wow,
Oh,
and
God.
what a read there. I mean, it's one of those RCs that in theory is just it's just optimal. You get the hit there. If they don't burst, you're able to combo off of that. If they do burst, you're able to have a pretty easy reaction for that moment. It is just the absolute correct play in that moment. MFCR sees the line and is able to, you know, make it work. One game in a very, very fast game 1.
Yeah, spending our tension to get a much easier time to combo, to bait, to play neutral is just so well placed by all of these players. Strike throw, here we go. Trying to get through the flash kick. MFCR being very patient on defense.
Yeah, and then when offense shows itself, we have to get aggressive there. There was a moment where Jack had no focus, missed out a very rare mismanagement of resources there from Jack. Leads to a clean slate of a round there for MFCR. We do not see things like that come up in Jack's gameplay very often.
We just sticks the leg out, round start 5K. Coming in, here's the back turn situation. And this is where Leo players love to be. Oh, gets the low off the stance cancel as well.
SG Genie's repositioned 6P as well. Jack, again, the defense is holding up. But unfortunately, again, you just can't block forever. We praise Jack's defense so much, and we're seeing elements of that in these moments. But the difference maker so far in this match has just been that we haven't been able to turn it into offense as we normally do. MFCR is playing so patiently in these moments. He goes in so aggressively, but then when he gets pushed out, he'll take one more big step forward, and he knows when to come up for air.
I swear, sometimes it feels like MFCR moves so light on his feet, but in such a way that every little decision has so much intention behind it. And you said it early, it may look absolutely crazy to the naked eye, but there's just something about the way that he makes his decisions that there's always a little gap for the opponent to make one decision that leads to death.
And it's just making decisions at this pace is unbelievably difficult here. Good defense as well. We praise the offense, but he's able to block moments like that. Jack using the FD, using the just blocks, can't block forever. Tap dust, the uppercut overhead. MFCR's one round away.
Dog, this set has lasted 3 minutes in total so far. And that's a generous estimate.
Seriously, actually. Hey, Jack, offense though, not a knockdown. Doesn't matter, MFCR wins footsies once, but there we go, finally. Stop that run through and be able to get the dash over.
Goes for the BRC mix-up here. Jack on the verge of being able to take his first round of the set, but this might not be able to do it, it's so close. And it works.
And honestly, just better defense, better choices to be able to get back onto offense, and better management of the resources here. Like I said, in game 2, we had some slips that we never see from Jack here. Oh my god, the overhead and the damage. We might have to burst.
Yeah, Jack is too scared to use their burst now. This going through the walls a lot better than simply using their burst, because we turned to neutral. Oh, but this is going to be close whether or not it's going to give Jack the room to take a victory.
Small plastic in the near future. It's not if, it's when. Super focus and tries to apply the curse again. There it is on the dash up. Of course we go for it.
Proxy behind his computer with the crystal ball in front of him.
Are playing for their runbacks here. MFCR actually did go down to RedDitto, and SQ went down to and SQ took the win over Walter. So you know, potential for a lot of cool storylines coming into the future of this tournament, depending on how this match goes. This is where we you know, after this match the dice are cast and we get to just see what happens next.
Yeah, our entire top 4 consists of our winner's side, top 8. Just means that they're there for a reason.
Oh, the double IPFD is crazy.
It's the familiarity with their character. They're just so in with it.
It didn't matter in the end of perfect, but listen, I like that we're here for it. That's all.
Far slash beats out the 2S. Oh yeah, landing allows them to recover a little bit quicker. There's the heavy counter hit, able to get the corner, able to get the confirm, the super one sword applied.
Close there while the Sol taps the dust. No meter to confirm it, but that's okay. It's not gonna matter. Cut straight to the super to lock out the burst as fast as possible. And RedDitto is trying to, you know, listen, he saw the splits for MFCR's last couple games, and he's trying to match. He's trying to keep that pace. That's 1-0.
Dude, we're speed running. Winners final, any percent winners finals, TNS Guilty Gear Strive.
I said, I don't care how many gold splits you had last run. It's fine. I'm here for it. Records are made to be broken. RedDitto with a crazy first game, considering.
Yeah, these characters, Ram and Leo, are both definitely going to kill you fast. They do it sort of in different ways. Ram is going to hit you twice and it's going to hurt, and Leo's going to hit you like 3 times and it's going to hurt. But the first one is just to initiate the win condition.
back out. Both swords invested here. Uses the rock. 2K pushes away. That was a game-saving 5P. We were about to get pushed away from both of our swords.
This is a very aggressive burst here from RedDitto with the right conversion. We don't even have to do anything fancy, and SQ is going to take the round. But RedDitto, a little bit of extra burst gain, hitting the wall. We're at 50% of it.
Low slash sends the burst in response.
Wait, dude, I'm waiting for the time that they both do sword at the same time and get hit by both hits of it.
It's gonna happen, but listen, we can will it into existence. What a bottom. Good follow here for RedDitto here. Throws the sword once again, and the 2K with the explosion.
Oh, that was so tricky. Gets the throw between the explosion, the OTG with the Sabrabato. And we're at a last round. And those rounds, boy, did they last quickly.
Push out there, flips on through.
Did so much damage. I mean, Ram's a squishy character, but holy cow, man. It's made of foam.
Yeah, it's just not getting better here. Finds the throw once again. OTG with the close slash. We're going to burst in response and looks for the run under, but unfortunately, you can't run under when you have a normal like Ram JH to be able to stop you from passing.
Oh, tried to poke out with a far slash, but not fast enough. The Ondo ends up picking it up, and SQ ties it up 1-1 here. I guess this the RNG wasn't in their favor for this speedrun world record, dude.
That's all right. Listen, we can still play for the PB. It's good. It doesn't have to be a world record every time. It's just about progression, you know? It's about becoming a better version of yourself.
It's marathon luck. It was marathon luck.
Yeah, of course. Come on. Oh my god. All right, back in it again though. No time to come up for air. Right off the rib, we get the connection. SQ tries to take space, expecting RedDitto to be passive. RedDitto just swings the bat.
She had to block the sword explosion after she burst. Oh gosh, this is gonna hurt. Decides not to go through the wall. Mortabato comes out and has to perform the sword explosion too.
As well as the 6P gets the Rekka, throws the sword again. Good damage, and the super is able to secure it.
Wow, this character is a circus.
It's been an absolute pleasure to get to witness here, but the end will be soon. JH almost gets the Rekka max distance. Love it.
Oh, we're gonna go through the wall.
Oh, the sword explosion breaks things up even after the great air-to-air. What an unbelievable
Oh, I think that was unburstable too.
It was.
That sword explosions aside, I got my giggles out a little bit earlier. Sword explosions aside, that was really smart decision making by RedDitto off of the fast RC Sabrabato.
Oh my god, RedDitto's so good at this game, bro. 2-1.
You can't even complain about like,
Nope.
oh, I lost because my opponent was on Ram, and Ram is broken this patch.
No, you made the sandwich. Like, you're playing her too. Good burst there to avoid the Galvano.
Yeah, and this Bayonetto goes through the Ondo as well because it crushes projectiles. They're reserving their burst for a point where it matters most. And you can't even use it for the free gold burst at a situation like that because the sword explosion's still there even if it hits.
6B, love it. That's the sword, gets the 5K. Full sequence, build breakthrough. Wow.
Both of these players doing a great job with punishing and using Flawless Assault to seal the combo RedDitto, full resources available here. Oh, you have just easy push them to the corner. YRC out, attempted YRC, turns into a clean confirmation here. Guaranteed burst point. Oh, doesn't even connect, it crosses up!
Still,
I don't know. I don't know if SQ wants to use burst here, because she's going to go into the last round with full resources. RedDitto on set point now.
I agree with that. It's more important to have your resources here when it's do or die. But unfortunately, now you do have to make that choice. The burst does end up spending it.
6 trading with that heavy slash, in fact. YRC out. She has no swords available. There's one at a time, coming back slowly. Both these players playing at only half their power. 5D comes out. We don't have 50% tension, so this is the hard knockdown. It was so close to a full burst. Safe jump set up, backdash, quick BRC, overhead on defense.
Unbelievable throw, still has burst, but couldn't use it there. Fox the Rekka string, late PRC into the throw, the very late PRC.
Yeah, that was the no throw protection throw off the guard crush. RedDitto deciding to save their burst, not expecting it. And now we're on a game 5 situation.
This is tough. Could go either way here. RedDitto has been so explosive, but SQ has managed to stabilize in so many tough situations here. And right away again, the explosiveness of RedDitto showing off forces the burst out and still has 50% of their burst on their own.
Just eat this pressure, eat this mix-up. Yeah, but she's out of swords. RedDitto's going to be able to leverage this situation for a wall break.
Might end up being a wash here. Nice whip punish into the Mortal Botto as well. The freeze frame of Ram upside down and flailing. It's just the perfect example of what happened in that round.
Yeah, both these players so good at turning single hits into kills. Oh, that did so much damage.
Sorto ended up trading here. Back the instant overhead, of course we do. Meter spent on the other side. RedDitto almost has the burst back. Both players just virtually completely even. Final game, final round. How do the resources fall? SQ the first one to use some of that burst. RedDitto has the full available now.
Yeah, we're just trying to fight out of the corner here. Returning to neutral. SQ doesn't have her bar slash back. We have 50% tension. She's so close to a burst. RedDitto spending a wild assault. Oh, and there's it once more. The backdash fast BRC. Full throw PRC. It trades the clash on the 6P.
The air normal trading with the 6 speed has got to be frustrating here. OTG
no.
pushes away, the sword explodes, so oh no! You thought you were plus, you thought you were winning, and then you get hit with your own stuff. The super pushes away. You're on a Sunday? I'm not sure, but if there is...
I remember, was it for the 2x KO you wanted like a screen share? They asked for a screen share capability, so if you could get that would be hilarious.
That was for the initial 2x KO. It was tough. Yeah, I would do the 3v2 would be so fun if it has longest.
We have some very fun matches coming up right here. We have MFCR versus Walter. Loser of this eliminated at 4th place. Right now, Walter on the wall break, but MFCR lots of burst gauge to their name.
PRC to go forward. Quite as much out of it as we wanted here. Nice escape from Walter, able to get the just block and the YRC in response.
Trying to bait out the reversal flash kick there. MFCR turns that fear into a kill, and MFCR takes the first round here versus Walter.
Do our best to maybe do it again here. And we use that guard point stance very effectively at max range. Love to see it.
He's just standing there. Oh, there's the shimmy, the left, right, break the ankles. MFCR. Oh, and the quick throw here. Is that going to kill? It's so close. It does. The OTG super.
Oh my god.
Hey, this man MFCR, they know the life bar better than I do.
Feels like it can be very dangerous and like it's not quite gonna get there sometimes, but you know, it always finds a way. People like this always find a way. MFCR, one game in the books, and that is just kind of the MFCR effect. If he takes the victory, if he takes the win, the game is going to be fast and furious. He's throwing knockout punches the entire round, but unfortunately there the knockout punch goes wide and has to spin the burst to get back up.
Yeah, whether he's winning or losing, he's going to go out fighting like a lion. That's who we love to see. But Walter showing impeccable precision when we see them on the offensive here. Definitely a strong position in the moment. Ooh, missed TK Bad Moon. Turns into an offensive situation for MFCR. Throws it to the corner, but Walter has 100% tension. And escapes with clean movement. Oh, he guessed right.
Oh, okay. Backwards.
Hey, that's one way to deal with Capel. I'll give you that.
PRC forward and is able to get the flash kick out of it. MFCR again, the rounds just go so quickly. He's able to do what he came to do. Doesn't even get the hard knockdown, but it doesn't matter. Half your life and a positive bonus.
Yeah, when you do an RC, it does, I believe, just instantly shorten your charge times.
Yep.
Artemis still gets clipped, but it was S flash kick. You cannot RC that even on offense. Takes another quick win. We saw the speed run. This might be a little bit quicker than Jax because we still have an opportunity to get 2 straight victories without a win to break it up. Without a round to break it up, excuse me. MFCR is currently 2-0 versus Walter.
Might be able to make it happen here. Walter needs some major adjustments in a hurry. Okay, that's a really good way to start, but again, the burst puts you into the corner, trades the burst in response, and Walter with the first hit post-burst, which is so big.
Slobber knockers. These players are swinging. That was counter hits on counter hits. Catches the 2D out of the air with that JH. If we get to the wall, this is going to be a kill. There it is. Walter puts a round on the board. No burst to their name, though.
Okay. Once again, 50% of your life out of there. MFCR tries to take an aggressive angle, but 2K wins the day.
Yeah, but MFCR 100% tension on the board. I think Walter, they want to try and prolong this game as much as possible. Gets a lot of their burst back, even all the way up to the tip. The cup doth run over. It's tied on burst, tied on rounds. MFCR on set point here.
Oh, okay. Dashes out of the Artemis, gets the counter hit afterwards. Doesn't respect the way he was going to try and swing there.
That's big damage here. Her health bar is melting away. This game has been going on, this run has been going on for 14 seconds. 14 in-game seconds. That's all it takes. Proxy, that's all it takes.
MFCR. Listen, he said, listen, I got work tomorrow. I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm trying to get these games done. He said,
it's almost midnight.
He said, win or lose, but I'm gonna win. This matchup can be a thorn in MFCR's side. He has taken it to the wire a couple times before. As I said last week, had a grand final set against Ram and kept it close, but couldn't quite close it. Might be the same fate potentially here today.
Yeah, it was 3-1 in the winner's side set, but this is a great position to be in from MFCR. Not come close enough to get that full confirmation off the 2S Daro. Gets the hard knockdown. So far away though, but we can use our range to our advantage here.
Wow, MFCR for sure thought he was the one coming away with the burst there. RedDitto able to answer back.
Cross up, but able to block it. It's the simple pressure going in. MFCR pokes out, but doesn't commit to it. And there's the quick overhead, the wall stick, but no tension for the clean break.
If I would have screamed if he got hit by the sword burst behind him, but it doesn't matter here. Mortar Bottle still doesn't kill though. Didn't have both swords. Damage a touch lacking. Not lacking on the secondary mix-up though. Easy cleanup from that point.
Yeah, catches the backdash BRC, the close slash coming out, and now RedDitto, a quick first game on the board. But showing MFCR what it feels like. But you can't sleep against a player like MFCR though. This could turn quickly, and MFCR is so good at using that quick momentum, that crazy, wild sparkle in his eye to turn it into a swift victory. So RedDitto has to play on his toes.
Live fast, die fast, baby. You gotta respect it.
Oh, they just barely didn't get their sword back, but still Sabrabato able to clean up the combo confirmation, turn it into a wall break here.
Okay. Low, great damage. The triple windshield wipers? No, just a 5K to finish. I love it.
Just a little leggy. RedDitto, a swift first round once more. Just firmly in the driver's seat. So in control here when they get to play neutral.
Step back is definitely good. Putting it out now. Oh, and the just perfection on the guard point stance there, but first comes through.
There's punish there. Able to throw in time on the cross through. On the board. MFCR ties it up. This is only game 2. This is how it starts. This is how MFCR turned the momentum in their favor. All it takes is one hit, one mix-up.
Oh no, and things getting messy very quickly. Just a touch too far away for the Rekka there, but it's still okay.
RedDitto just wants to stay in, able to use the tension they built. MFCR has 100% to their name though. Awareness.
Oh,
That burst timing was so good.
yeah, I was gonna say, thought they were gonna be good, but the burst was just too perfect there. 50 meter is available, not gonna kill off of that moment. Has the deflect shield as well. I was just about to mention it. Is able to get the push away and make just enough room to be able to create that successful interaction. RedDitto gets 2 in a row now.
Yeah, MFCR not playing scared, but RedDitto able to use their resources to their advantage and is now up 2-0. Favorable to move on to get the rematch versus SQ in grand finals. We'll have to see it. How does MFCR fight back in this game 3?
Duel 1.
I'm not even sure what the game plan has to be here. There's so many possible routes to go in. But, I mean, first off, we just got to change up the timings here because RedDitto's IVs have just been actually unbelievable. The defense has been incredible the whole way through. As we see both the swords invested, DP comes out, but the sword explosion keeps you captured. You cannot escape it.
Low on swords, getting low on health, but decides to spend burst to move forward in this round here. Oh, the wake up 2D, not afraid. Oh, and that's going to be a round on the board. MFCR doing quite well. Full burst still stocked. Resources available.
First, not able to make room. 2K, nice punish. Crazy work.
Yeah, and punished and able to get this coast-to-coast confirmation, too. One sword more to Bato. That was 2K from the opposite corner, and you just lost 30% of your life bar. One more to Bato. We have another 50 in store.
Why? Things getting a bit out of control once again. Final round with MFCR having that full burst. The step back is good at the round start. How much more can you turn it into here? Another throw on the run through.
Not quite high enough to get the AR Lumo, but this still turns into a wall stick. And we're able to get the more Tabato. MFCR, 50% tension, and a burst available.
Oh no. Burst baited, health bar depleted, RedDitto, everything checked off the to-do list. Completely in control at every single stage of the match. The advantage here coming from the winner's side, but I feel like RedDitto is a monster when momentum is built, and I feel like that match with MFCR, especially to take it so decisively, is like the perfect amount of forward momentum that we need to not be gassed. Unfortunately, here that forward momentum is not mattering too much as the first pick goes cleanly in SQ's favor.
Yeah, both of these players showed a lot of strength in the previous set. And both of these players taking it to the distance. We'll have to see what happens if we get a Game 5, a reset, or a simple victory here in this first set. But right now, RedDitto in the driver's seat.
Oh, flip on through and able to take the kill for that one. RedDitto decisive first round in the final moments.
Gets the Queen Meaty setting up here. We're in the corner, the 2K blue beat combo, and resetting back on a hard knockdown. Now RedDitto with positive bonus in the hard knockdown. Gonna be able to push SQ back to the corner once more so quickly. The 5D opens them up.
Okay. I mean, on the warpath here, if we, like I said, with momentum in this matchup, it feels like a coin flip, but with momentum, RedDitto is good enough to beat any single player on the planet in SQ. We got to do something to stifle this somehow. I feel like if SQ can get a game before RedDitto gets to 2-0, I really favor her to take the set in the first set. But if you develop too much, if there's too much of a lead is developed, I think this might just be over in the first set at least.
Yeah, this is how it started the previous set, though. RedDitto took a very strong first game, but SQ ran it back in the second. They went to Game 5. We'll have to see. RedDitto already off to a fantastic start in this second game, though.
Just a cleanup on the perfect.
Quite in range for that whiff punish. Yet
We're not doing
strong position.
Chat, we're not doing blue versus gray again. It's jean color. Hold that.
It's Denim Ram.
It's Denim Ram. Just put denim in the parentheses, please.
What was it? Black and blue, yellow and gold?
Yeah, just no, please no.
White and gold.
He's the super there, gets the cook up. On the run up, looks for the close slash. Good jump away, but unfortunately it's not enough to escape, and we are just RedDitto kind of playing with it a little bit.
I can tell RedDitto's having a bit of fun right now. It's always funniest the third time in a row. It's always funniest the third time.
I was gonna say, it always comes in threes. 2 games in a row. SQ. This is that lead I was talking about. This is that momentum. It's palpable. RedDitto is so good at riding the wave, and just being able to stop moments like this are unbelievable.
I mean, we'll have to see if it really does come in threes. RedDitto's got a clean 2-0 lead at the moment. Oh, and there's the blue beat once more, playing a little bit more burst conservative with that JP confirmation, not wanting SQ to interrupt the combo.
Good, gets the air to air, is able to fully convert into the corner, and that's the cook up. RedDitto brings it down to the final interaction here.
The jump forward with the Tiger Knee air special. Oh, there's the overhead.
Jump in, first is good though.
There's the anti-air, but the JH says no thank you. SQ, clear difference. She seems to be very more liberal with the usage of Ondo, the rock. Whereas RedDitto very much leaning on the strength of the sword. But to his credit, RedDitto's really just turning a single blocked guard crush into an opening almost every time.
Absolutely agreed. Back to that normal, the money button, JH. It's all we need in this moment. No swords for SQ. Gonna have to fight desperately on defense here to stabilize until they both return, which now that they do, it doesn't matter. The sword connects straight afterwards. Not even an opportunity to use your weaponry once they return.
Yeah, but both swords back. Hard knockdown though. Can't deal with this. You have to eat this guard crush. The throw just before the explosion triggers, and now we're reset 3-0. Both players in the losers bracket. It is the true grand finals. SQ and RedDitto here at TNS Strive number 140.
Crazy to think we have 140 of these that have happened. It's actually like, whew. We've been playing a lot of Guilty Gear, huh?
It's a big number. These players are hungry. They keep showing up. We'll keep putting it on for them.
Absolutely. Final set, though. The decisive moment. RedDitto on the reset. Definitely looking strong here. Burst is baited, though. SQ, a different beast so far here in game 1.
Yeah, that's a burst point that both players have used in their matchups against each other. Right after the sword hits and right before the explosion triggers, but right now, that air block into the reversal throw, turning this in their favor. RedDitto is looking extremely strong right now. Oh, and the explosion triggered the guard crush. That's an actual glitch. That's something that's getting patched out.
Yeah.
The explosion's not supposed to do that.
For the run under, gets the connection there with the wild assault, hard knockdown, straight into the rock, straight into the sword, straight into the shatter.
Oh, the quick overhead, the quick low, the quick overhead. Here we go through the wall. That's one quick game for RedDitto in the grand finals. Reset up perfect in the last round as well.
Hate to be a broken record, but when this guy gets momentum, I don't know what you can really do to stop it. Just the snowball starts to roll and it just never stops, and eventually it'll just get too large. There's nothing you can do to break it up. RedDitto continues to just be so dominant on offense, and like you said, it's just turning every single guard crush into some amount of an opportunity, big or small.
That simple far/round start these players have been leveraging very intensely. And SQ's game plan seems to be quite revolved around trying to get the swords back and get them back consistently, and just trying to loot these guard crushes, because this turns into so much damage, especially with the wrist cranked here. Backdashes through the Ondo, it doesn't matter, that's gonna kill.
Yeah, I don't know if they were expecting that to go as well as it did, because there was a lot of hesitation post backdash.
Into the corner here. Be a minute before she gets her swords back, and that usage of deflect guard, excuse me, turning it into an opportunity because we knew that SQ didn't have the range with the swords.
Oh, Aboii's room with the sword throw does not protect you in that moment. It comes from a little bit too high in the air. So now things getting mixed up here. Both of them missing out on swords. It's just a pile of weaponry in the corner. The cartoon dust cloud happening, and somehow RedDitto comes out on top of it.
There's that backdash BRC. We've seen SQ do that a few times so far. It gets blocked in this instance. Oh, good block on the dust. The BRC gives us a bit of a chain shift action and puts us down to the last round of game 2 here.
Wow, we just send it from that far? You're that confident about your jump in, and SQ with no anti-air? This is actually crazy to witness.
Oh, the JH, even without the sword, it still hits so deep there. Oh, no more Tabata coming out. We just got sword instead. Oh, we have the 100% tension. We might as well. SQ, unfortunately not expecting it, and that instance, RedDitto now up 2-0 in the reset, and 5 games straight against her.
Yeah, things just getting a little bit worse at a time, just slowly but surely slipping from her grasp. But this would be a ridiculous comeback here. But just, I'm not sure if it's possible with the way that RedDitto is playing. He's just not really making any mistakes. I mean, we even see there's moments where he's just like kind of having fun with it. The quadruple JH, or stuff like that. Like, come on.
Oh, there's that 2K coming out. SQ seems so scared of the throw. They keep getting hit by that 2K. Or just trying to escape the situation altogether. But RedDitto's trying to keep her grounded in that defensive situation, but now grounded themselves on the hard knockdown. 100% tension turns it into a free turn.
And no reason to not do it, as you said before. Look at the S-Sword though in that moment though. Burst is available, and we have 100 meter, but 2K2D just steals out of it.
Oh, and the usage of the RC to get around the explosion as well. Oh, and there's the throw. RedDitto's straight throw game is so good tonight.
It's all down to this sink or swim for SQ here. And unfortunately here it's looking like we don't have a life vest. Oh, wall is already broken. 50% of your life. RedDitto on a positive bonus. Another clean hit. Burst is available, but how do we even spend it?
It gets spent. It comes out. It works. RedDitto only on the slash sword. Tries to get the instant overhead, it doesn't connect, but RedDitto with the poke out is able to take it in 6 straight games. Our winner tonight of TNS number 140, Guilty Gear Strive, RedDitto on the Ram Valentine.